Welcome, my friends, to the Broken Campfire podcast. Tonight, I am blessed, for we have a full school, let's call them. We have a full school of podcasters here tonight.
Vito has stopped pranking us.
Hashtag blessed, hashtag Vito, hashtag full crew.
Yeah, thanks for having me on as a guest today.
Yeah.
Welcome back, guest.
I'm Andy. I'm joined by everybody. John, Flask, Greg, and Vito. And you can always reach out to us anytime you wish at the Twitter, Broken Campfire, at Broken Campfire, rather. And hey, suppose you got something to say that's longer than 150 characters. You can send it to the email, brokencampfire@gmail.com is how you would go ahead and do that. Tonight's episode is going to be a little strange. We haven't mixed it up in a little while. Flask has got himself a little fun idea. So we're going to rattle through the last week's news. Everybody who has something for their roundtable, do me a favor and just go ahead and buzz off. Because no roundtables this week. Yeah.
Shove it up your butt.
Instead, Flask, maybe you have some words you'd like to say about what we're going to do instead. And
oh, sure. Before the news. Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I just had an idea to do a choose your own adventure for these guys. The idea is that I would run a game book, specifically an old children's choose your own adventure book, as the game master, and have these guys collectively make the decisions that the book prompts the reader to make.
I don't know. Do you want to maybe say what the title of that is now, so they have time to look it up before?
Oh, sure, sure. The book I've chosen is Nintendo Adventure Book number 10.
Oh,
The Shadow Prince.
Oh, hell yeah.
Featuring The Legend of Zelda. Copyright 1992.
So basically the format is that you're going to, read it out loud, present the actions, and we're going to decide what Lunk does or whoever.
Decide the fate of Lunk. Yes.
Next time we do this, can you find the Super Mario Brothers 2 Choose Your Adventure book? I had that when I was a kid.
Did you?
That was good.
And I asked you for it this time. Maybe you didn't see my request, but let me know what the book is like a couple days ahead of time so I have time to strategize. Thanks.
Yeah, no problem. I want you to definitely have...
I want to seem like really smart to everybody,
Yeah. So we're... you definitely have metagame knowledge.
Well, I think we should go to page 52, guys. I just got a good feeling about 50.
Just weird pull.
We're doing this because we're desperate for content?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
No question.
All right, cut. We're doing great until then.
Prove everyone what a great adventurer I am.
So I know you don't care anymore, but come on.
We're going to be, as a group, deciding what one character is doing.
Yes.
Yeah.
You're going to be deciding Link.
By committee.
We're like
committee.
The things in his head.
Yeah, with little voices screaming at his brain.
You are the Navi of Link's
like
life.
me, like in my head every day.
Yeah. I am Link's podcast host.
I am Link's fairy companion.
There's a war inside my head. I don't know. Stop.
I don't know exactly how many, bad and good endings there are in this one, but I figure giving you guys 2 tries should be fair.
All right, yeah, and if we bungle it, if we bungle it pretty early, if we need the time, we can always take more.
Sure, little Nintendo babies, sure.
All that being said, there's been some stuff happening in the gaming world the last week. I know. I said it last week, and it's still true. Y'all are just playing that Elden Ring, and you're not looking at the news. But that's why you got us here, so that while you're going through the lands between, you can listen to us tell you what you really need to know. Like this highly relevant, pressing news story. Frankly, I'm surprised it's not on CNN. The domain silenthill.com has lapsed. So someone bought it and made it just a tweet by Masahiro Ito, where he laments having designed Pyramid Head.
What is his reason behind that? He just fucking hates
So
Pyramid
I
Head?
believe he just dislikes how Pyramid Head became sort of a mascot for the Silent Hill series,
It's
Just
like
wants
the
to-
where it's
staple.
just
Like your
used and
whole-
everything. Because originally Pyramid Head was just for Silent Hill 2. It was James's specific sort of demon of sorts.
That's exactly what I was going to say. Yeah,
was
like,
manifested because of his
it became too cool.
yeah,
psychology.
exactly. Like,
Yes.
there's a lot of soul and emotion put into the idea of what this monster is, and relative to like James. You know, it's not like this guy was clearly somebody who like thought about it more than just I need to make a cool monster. You know,
Right,
so
and
like
then in Silent Hill
but the-
3, they were like, "Hey, I know you don't want to, but like, turn up the Pyramid Head."
yep, and now
It's been
he's
used in
like
everything.
and he's literally a meme character now. You know,
Yeah, I mean, he was
get
in the
that.
movies. He was,
people
He's gonna
laugh
be in
at him
Smash.
more than anything. Like he's a fun thing, which must feel weird if your like artistic intent was anything but that. You know,
Right.
yeah.
Yeah. The integrity of the Pyramid Head character is perhaps gone.
I just played a game that had Pyramid Head in it. Katana Zero. He
that's
shows
what I'm
up
saying,
as-
dude. He just
as
shows
like
up
a
in a
little
lot of
Easter
shit now.
egg.
He's just a
Yeah.
little fucking meme. It's like, haha, what cool is Pyramid Head? I know that.
What I want to know is who's the fuck is our PR guy who dropped the ball and could have bought silenthill.com and just put a link to our podcast right there.
Damn it.
You are literally that guy.
You are the
What?
guy.
I was gonna
What are
say.
you talking
isn't
about? I
it
haven't
you?
even been on the last 5 podcasts. What do you mean I'm
Yeah,
the
you've
guy?
been doing all that PR
Yeah, you're
work.
behind, dude. You like got a lot of work to do. I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know what
Vito.
you're
All right,
doing.
Vito,
doing,
for example, number one, did you know that Resident Evil is getting a live action TV series?
No, I didn't know that.
You didn't know that.
Really?
That's the thing.
Well,
You didn't
it's
know
coming
that.
to Netflix,
didn't know
and
that,
it's
you
coming
little
on
guy.
July 14th,
Oh,
2022.
it's gonna be terrible.
Oh, what
It
is now? Hold on.
Per the series
What's it
logline, it
supposed to be
follows
about?
Jade Wesker, daughter of familiar Resident Evil character Albert Wesker,
Next.
as she, quote,
I don't even
fights
wanna
for
hear
survival
anything
in a world overrun by bloodthirsty, infected, and insane creatures. In this absolute carnage, Jade is haunted by her past in New Raccoon City, by her father's chilling connections to the Umbrella Corporation, but mostly by what happened to her sister, Billy.
Did Jade and Billy are made up for this show, or were they actually in the
Yeah.
games?
They were
Yes,
not.
absolutely.
So wait, Wesker has
Lance
3
Lance
kids,
Reddick
then.
Lance Reddick will play Albert Wesker alongside a cast that includes Ella Balinska, Tamara Smart, Sayana Aguadong, Adeline Rudolph, Paula Nunez, Ahad Raza Mir, Connor Gasati, and Turlock Convery.
Oh, that's a pretty
I
heavy
got-
hidden cast.
I
I
am
gotta say,
being-
I don't know any of those names except Lance
Yeah.
Reddick.
There's a bunch of
also
A-listers.
just by the nature of those names, I'm like, so I mean, no offense, but we're going for diversity here, right? Like that we're not
Oh yeah,
the characters. I love Lance Reddick, for instance, but like Albert Wesker, that's a complete revision of the character Albert Wesker.
I mean, yeah, I do love Lance Reddick, and tonally, I could see him fitting in as a Wesker. Actually,
Yes.
like it's a good pick
He'd probably be
in
good.
that sense. But it is a diversity thing. I think most of all, which the discussion about whether that's good or bad is maybe above us, but
Right.
it is certainly apparent.
Oh, I just googled Lance Reddick. I know this guy and I like this guy,
Oh yeah,
Oh yeah, Lance.
but I was not expecting
he
this
can be
guy
funny,
for
too. He can be really
for
funny,
Albert
actually.
Wesker.
he can be.
I mean, I know he does, mostly serious things, but I think I like him more for his comedic stuff. Just because you don't expect it from somebody like that, because he's so
What is he
serious
funny
all the
in?
time. What's it?
What is he funny in?
He's been on the Eric Andre show a few times. It's mainly. what I'm
Oh,
thinking
really?
of. Not about a few times. At
Who?
least
Wait,
once.
sorry, who?
Lance
Lance
we're talking
Reddick.
about- talking about the same person, right?
Lance Reddick? I didn't know
Yeah.
he did that. That's
He
funny.
was on the Eric Andre show, and he's very intimidating, I believe. in
Yeah,
his
he
interview.
tries to play it like the Lance. I don't know. Yeah, he's playing it like a straight man, like he's gonna
Oh.
fuck Eric Andre out. But it's really, I don't know. It's a good bit.
Maybe
It's
I
funny.
have seen that. I might have seen that because I definitely like overwhelmingly know him as of course Daniels, but there's I do see him around in some things. I feel.
Mhm. The only thing I could say about the series that may be something is that because they have a TV show format, multiple episodes, perhaps they could feature a lot of creatures from the Resident Evil franchise that we haven't yet seen in live action. Look, we've just never seen live action hunters or any of the more minor creatures from the Resident Evil franchise. So that's the only thing I could say that may be a benefit of this format. but I don't have high hopes for this at all. Neither Greg or I.
I don't even know
do.
what would be good. I mean,
I want to know. Oh, go ahead, Vito. Go ahead.
Oh no, I was just saying the Resident Evil story is like fucking. I think it's fucking garbage. You know what I mean? Like,
but it's
even,
beloved garbage.
But I was gonna say like there's a certain like I don't know. There's a certain camp to it when it works well. You know,
you would need
I just
that
want to
in
know
the show
like if they're
for it
gonna
to be
like
enjoyable, I
retcon
think.
stuff.
Exactly. Like you would need some like wacky zaniness. Like you would need like characters who are like super self-serious, you know, but like aren't in this very serious feeling world.
Yeah, but they're not marketing. I bet they're not marketing. It's a Netflix show. They're not marketing it to Resident Evil fans or gamers. I mean, that's a portion of the audience, but they're marketing to people who want like a zombie show. So it's not gonna be like that at all.
Oh well, yeah. I mean, the only
identifiable
thing is like zombies, Raccoon City, and Albert Wesker.
The name Wesker, yes.
Yeah. Otherwise, it seems like it's going to be a totally different story and things. And
why didn't they just use one of the other 13 Wesker clones that are scrambling around in the world?
And they have a kid too, son of Wesker.
Yeah, he has
Jake.
So Wesker has Jake, and he beats up like a tyrant with his fists. It's pretty crazy.
That being said, it'll all have been worth it if I can hear Cedric Daniels say "complete global saturation."
Complete global saturation.
All right, what's gonna suck? What's next?
Atari buys MobyGames for $1.5 million.
Who's that?
Which both?
I know who Atari is.
Okay. MobyGames has been around for a long time, since 1999. It is a database of video games that is very extensive at this point. It's been around. It's an elder statesman of the online video game cataloging world, and it's very, very comprehensive.
A database and what do you mean? Like just lists?
Literally just lists video games and all about each video game. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So I mean, similar things exist also. Like the Giant Bomb database is probably its largest contemporary, but MobyGames is the kind of the OG at this point.
Well, the Giant Bomb database is not nearly as extensive as MobyGames database either. I mean, but MobyGames has the benefit of having been a thing for the last 23 years or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think? What do we think Atari wants this for?
Unclear. It's unclear.
What does Atari do anymore? I just think of like the 70s when I think of
they
Atari.
try to
They're
make
still
money,
making Pong?
I guess.
They making new Pongs?
The easy bet. Well, I don't know about easy bet, but first thing that came to my mind is that there's a lot of information that MobyGames has, and Atari might have ideas about how to sell that information and plug it into certain streams of information.
Yeah, there's got to be something.
I can't imagine what other. I mean, MobyGames doesn't really have like a brand. It's not like a hardware or software brand or anything. So like, it's got to be something about just literally the value it carries and having all that information and being the main spot.
I mean, they claim, of course, as they always do, that they're not gonna mess with it at all. MobyGames is like, oh, this is an opportunity to revise the site and make it better than ever before. Typical PR stuff. So, but who knows, right?
Right.
Who knows what they're gonna do to make money? And Atari itself is like, that's owned by what is it, Infogrames at this point. So Atari itself is like a shell of whatever it used to be. I mean, yeah, they just want to make money somehow. So who knows?
Elden Ring. A couple news stories about that.
Yes.
It has
Elden
sold
Ring.
12 million copies worldwide in 3 weeks.
No.
John.
That is
melts.
against a projection where they expected to sell 4 million by the end of March.
By the end of 2050.
It's a few
Yeah,
more.
that was mine too.
Well, 4 million sold a lot, so this is pretty nice of you, John. For comparison, Dark Souls 3 sold 10 million copies over 4 years. FromSoft wants to expand the IP beyond the realm of games.
That is pretty nutty. I will say that.
I would fuck with that.
I could.
I wouldn't.
There are certainly times where I felt like Man, this really could be an anime.
I mean, I could see that.
Stop
Or
making games. I don't care.
I don't think I could see a movie necessarily, unless it was something really artsy and atmospheric, and that wouldn't appeal to a wide audience. I don't know, maybe a comic book or an anime.
I don't think a movie could capture well, at least not well. We'll make a series, but I don't think like one film could capture like the appropriate journey of like a Souls game.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I mean, Elden Ring is inspired by a lot of anime, so I could see it. I guess I take it back. I'm not excited about anything outside of the game.
I mean, imagining a vehicle where like a Souls anime exists as basically a derivative of a Berserk sounds really cool to me. But I'm a fan of that series. So, but of course, that's in my opinion, the absolute coolest outcome. There's countless more likely and worse outcomes when you talk about this space, you know.
I mean, I'd read a comic or manga about like the backstory mythology of the games, you know, like the days of the war or whatever.
Yeah,
I'll take a body pillow of my wife.
Patches?
Yeah.
So yeah, the Elden Ring had a pretty big, sizable patch last night. Version 1.03.
Is it everything you wished it would be? Did it make your dreams come true? And are you happy now? And is everything rainbows again?
I don't know if we had many.
There's a lot of questions there. No, yes, no, yes, no, yes.
Wow.
Noted.
Very, very good then.
We got some bug fixes, some PC additions, and
actually, sorry, Vito, you're still pretty new in the game. Me,
sorry,
Flask.
I shouldn't be talking about it. I'm just gonna leave.
Yeah, me, Flask, and Greg got this. I think so. First off, there's a few things to talk about. First off, they added new quest phases for several NPCs, 4 NPCs specifically, and I think it's basically 2 quests, if I understand it. That were just hanging threads, like just not finished. It was kind of weird.
I don't know what's up with that, right? Because
like were they bugged and like
they couldn't have been bugged. That couldn't be the case. I can't believe that.
Yeah, which included
12 million people bought a bugged game.
Which included a whole NPC that didn't appear because he's contingent on other quests on those quests that didn't happen. You know.
So that's my question is like, do these updates include voice lines and stuff like that? Because that would have to be content they already had. They were just sitting on.
I'm sure they must, right? I mean, well, I haven't done it myself, but I imagine like the new NPC has his voice and stuff.
I guess we'll see and speculate.
Increase the number of patterns of objects. I'm not going to read down the whole list, but increase the number of patterns of objects players can imitate when using Mimic's Veil. I thought was funny personally for me because like me and Kurt and a couple other people were literally just complaining about that the day before. There's like 3 objects.
Box or statue or bush.
Yeah, exactly. And that was such a weird oversight. It's like, man, they've always done this good, but they added a shitload of stuff with this. So I've started, especially, I won't go down the whole list, but especially when we start getting into these balance updates. Like I've talked before, maybe not super openly because of newbies, about how magic in the game felt very weird because there was a lot of cool spells and for various reasons only a few of them were worth using, but like this balance changed, like a complete overhaul to magic, and pretty much just buffs in different areas, very few debuffs or nerfs. I mean, of course a lot of good bug fixes. Anyway, what I'm getting at is that the balance felt weird into like some obvious ways that made me feel like the game is like way more polished and balanced than like a Bethesda game. But I bet it did come in pretty hot. Like I bet they were kind of crunching towards the end here to get it out the door. There were just some obvious missteps that were
was
like
delayed, right? A little bit right before it came out, like a month or something right there.
It was, yeah.
But yeah.
I definitely
fortunately, most of that stuff is not stuff that you really started feeling until the back half, and even then, like, sounds like I'm saying the back half is worse. It's really not. It's just more that like when you start to see the whole picture, you can start picking out like, huh, that's interesting, or that's kind of curious. But this patch really fixed, I think, most of the common community complaints and speedrunning exploits and that kind of thing.
It does seem like a good patch. I must admit to being a little annoyed / excited, just because I finished the game and also started a new character and did part of the game with that new character, just like to try a different build out. And then 3 weeks into the release, they come out with a very
Pull the rug from under you.
Dramatic patch, and I'm just like, okay, I guess I got to start another new character.
You weren't online last night when I discovered the patch Flask, but it was so mixed for me because it was such a good patch, but I did feel that 100%.
Okay.
Specifically, 2 features. Well, I mean, the whole magic overhaul, of course, because I'm a magic guy, but the 2 things I was added a function to record an icon in the name of an NPC on the map when you counter the NPC, and added summonable NPCs in multiple situations. Like, man, I really wish that I'd been able to see that my first time through.
I found Hoarfrost Stomp on my own and was like, oh, this is so sick. That is one of the few things they did nerf. Yeah. So I'm like, okay, that would have changed my playthrough probably, you know.
Yeah, especially towards the end there, like when you were summoning us, your Hoarfrost was doing so much damage.
Oh yeah.
I didn't realize it was broken, but anyway, yeah, I don't want to make this another Elden Ring pod, but
yeah, me neither, you know.
Those are coming, but it was a good patch.
Yes.
I did not see this. I don't know if anybody did, but
I did.
Okay. So Flask, maybe you want to talk about the next 2 events. You saw a couple things that I don't think most of us saw.
This was the ID at Xbox showcase. They're I don't know, I think it's more than annually, right? It's a thing they just do from time to time for the indie games that are coming out.
Yeah, it seems it's kind of like maybe their version of the State of Play or Nintendo Direct.
Yeah, State of Play Direct. Yeah, exactly. But there was a few games that did kind of stand out to me. Immortality, a game by Sam Barlow, who we've talked about before. But basically the game is following on from the previous games, Her Story and Telling Lies, which I have talked about, in that it's an FMV mystery game where you have to piece some solution together by looking through or assembling live action clips. And it looks neat. Looks cool. I'm definitely going to play that. So tune in for that. Cursed to Golf. Cursed to Golf. It's a 2D golf game with death and bosses. Oh, by the way, sorry. Immortality was going to be on the Xbox Game Pass. It is going to be on the Xbox Game Pass, just to let you know.
This is
Cursed
the
to
Dark
Golf,
Souls of golf games.
The Dark Souls of golf games. That's what it looks like. The
gotcha.
stages look almost Worms-esque to me, kind of like with their tiers and verticality. But it seems to be focused around a death mechanic of some sort, and you golf using abilities that you can buy. Looks like it could be fun.
It looks fun. I'm looking at a video right now.
Another game in the genre of fun, wacky golf games, which, hey, I'm totally for, because I've always found golf to be a boring sport.
You said this game's
but
called
in video
what?
games, though.
Cursed Immortals?
Cursed to Golf.
You're getting 2 different games mixed up, bro.
The first game was Immortality.
Yeah,
This is Cursed to
Cursed
Golf.
Immortality Academy Nights.
I was like, that's a badass name for a fucking golf game.
Cursed
It
to
would be
Golf
fucking
Immortally.
sick. Cursed Immortality PGA Tour.
And then you're talking about that it's the Dark Souls of golf. I was like, yo, this shit does sound hard. God damn.
Well, there are bosses. Anywho, Escape Academy,
Lonesome
which is
Tiger Woods.
Escape Academy, which is a first-person escape room puzzler.
Man,
So
fuck
this
that.
looks. No, well, this. Why fuck that, John?
Well, yeah, I almost hesitated on saying the find out. You know, Andy said we were throwing out the round table earlier, but damn it, I'm picking my pieces up, and I got something real quick.
No. Cut his mic.
We played a escape room in VR the other night.
Oh.
In VRChat, and let me tell you, dude, we walked in there and it said it would take 2 to 4 hours, and we said we said we're super geniuses.
Maybe
so
for idiots, yeah.
We could probably get it done in like 20 minutes.
Oh,
Well,
no.
it hit like 1 a.m. and I myself, I would personally, I thought we had beaten it at least 3 separate times, but it kept going. And it was pretty fun, but it was 1 a.m. and it was just too dang late.
Some say
The
the
room
boys are
claimed you.
still in there. They haven't
Still in the room.
There's
Bring it
actually
back.
an escape room simulator on Steam. I don't know if it's VR, but it sounds maybe better than
Yeah, it's called VRChat,
VRChat.
bro.
No, the VRChat one was actually, I mean, we did stay in there a while. We were in there for at least an hour or two. It was getting too long. We gotta go back and do that one. There's a few of them in VRChat. This one is capped to 4 players, which is kind of lame. But
That is lame.
yeah, I'm
Well,
over escape rooms right now. Sorry.
Okay. But I kind of like the look of this though, because it's like a
I did actually. I
more
love
than
the
a
video.
VR chat escape room. It's a curated video game experience. So you're gonna be getting through it. It's not like it's gonna be
You guys
some
are underestimating
weird
this
esoteric
escape room in VRChat. All right, I'm telling you, I'm gonna have to bring you guys in there now because you're underestimating it. It's a good one.
No.
Probably
That's
not as good as
exactly what I'm
this.
saying though. This one,
Yeah, I bet if
is
we could
probably
beat it.
easier and less like weirdly captive.
We did have to decipher a whole language on a wall, me and Alex, while
Yeah, I don't know.
Knoxville pretended
Now-
to be Saitama behind us, constantly shooting like air at us, blocking our vision. And you just go, what?
Yeah, I don't know. Now John's gonna be thinking the VR chat one's better than this. Can we skip this
Possibly.
one?
This I'm actually watching the video as we've been talking. And this, I mean,
That does look
the
cool.
environments look really cool in this one.
I like the little
Yeah.
dialogue characters.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Looks like you'll have a diverse range of puzzle activities to do, and it does have online and local co-op, which is nice.
Okay. If this came in Game Pass, I would for sure play it. Not
Yeah, maybe they didn't say. I don't
hard,
think.
maybe.
I don't think they said, but yeah, it could be worth checking out with a buddy.
Yeah.
Floppy
Stylish.
Knights.
Oh,
Floppy Knights is a card-based tactical RPG, which is also coming to Xbox Game Pass, and it looks
By
like
the initial look, this is by the Dungeon Dice people. Dungeon Dice
maybe
people.
it does have that kind of flat
got the same art style.
design.
I'll say it's got like
art style.
definitely the characters the same art style, which I mean I like enjoyed that game. It's pretty solid.
Looks like you throw down cards from your hand to activate units on the
Yeah.
tactical field, or to make them attack in different ways. And honestly, the field itself looks a little rudimentary to me, but it's certainly not without charm. As you said, it's like got that same flat art style as Dicey Dungeons. Could be fun.
Yeah.
And then just to cap that off, Paradise Killer, which Vito was talked about before, and I still haven't played, and Tunic, that game that they just wouldn't stop showing off every single showcase, finally come to Game Pass. They're on there now.
Cool.
So that might give me a reason to check out Paradise Killer finally.
I would
or
like you to
an
check it
excuse.
out because I
Yeah.
almost feel like, based on what I've read about the game, that I really missed out. But I don't know. It was just really hard for me to get into as somebody like not
one was
into. It's like a detective game, first person detective game, and like a vaporwave aesthetic, and it's.
Like
I
anime-esque
thought
characters
it
a
was
little bit.
very anime like, and it turned me off big time.
Hmm.
But I've heard really great things about it. It's like a free form.
Oh right, it just popped up for me. For some, my Xbox doesn't like. I don't know. It doesn't update all the way. It's like pretty anime. Tunic
Yeah.
looked reminded me a lot of
It's not even just the
game?
look; it's like the dialogue and the characters and the characters' names.
No,
I don't
say
know.
Tunic. Tunic looked like what's that game we just played with the crow?
Death's
Yeah,
Door.
it does look like that. Death's Door.
Looks a lot like Death's Door to me. And
Definitely Death's Door. But even more so, it's wearing
the fuck?
Link's Awakening on its sleeve. It is
Yeah, for
absolutely
sure.
inspired by Link's Awakening.
This is weird. I'm looking at screenshots. I literally thought I was looking at Death's Door.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
That's weird.
Well, we moved into the territory where a bunch of games had that
Yeah,
the diorama effect, where
right
everything
now.
looks like it's like tilt shifted, so it looks small and like modeled.
Yeah, I
almost
think
clay
I
like.
don't know, the lighting. Yeah,
Like something about even like the levels looks like fucking.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck.
From what I've
They
heard,
copied it.
the reviews have been very good. So
Good.
apparently it's good.
Yeah,
Apparently it's
you
not just
play,
one of those that they showed off a billion times and then it fell flat.
You just play Guardians of the Galaxy yet? Anybody?
No,
Ah,
no,
man, I've been doing this
playing-
dumb old Elden Ring.
playing
Yeah, I
Elden
want
Ring.
to.
I'll tell you what, Guardians of the Galaxy is top of the list after the Ring, though. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, that is on Game Pass.
It's kind of fucked up that you're gonna like follow up like a game that I recommended with like this supposed 10 out of 10 game of the year. It's gonna kind of make mine look like shit, but fine.
Oh, that's the plan.
Could have played
planned
Shredders
this.
in
We
between or
talked-
something.
It's
for a
kinda
while.
Don't worry. I
it's
played
kind of
Elden Ring after
cool.
Guardians, and I
It's kind of cool,
completely
but, like,
forgot Guardians.
It just doesn't have the build diversity that Elden Ring does. I mean, what
Absolutely
do you expect?
Especially early game. Actually, I don't want to get it. All right. Well, that sounds like a pretty cool showcase of indie games. I mean, I can't say that I would buy all those games, but I definitely
Yeah, they
like the
sound
look
neat.
of all of them. Yeah.
Yeah, those are just the ones that I thought kind of stood out. There were some.
I'd
others.
buy the golf one.
Golf one did look solid, and I really don't like those miniature golf first person games we play. This one had, like you said, someone said, it had a little bit of a Worms kind of twist on it. It looked like.
Yes. And then, so today there was the Hogwarts Legacy State of Play from PlayStation. 15 minutes of gameplay footage and narration, kind of detailing what to expect from the game, and then some developer interviews afterwards. And I just wanted to run down kind of what I saw there real quick, just like key points.
I've had it playing silent, just like kind of like glancing over for the last 10 minutes or so. But go ahead.
Yeah, no, there is narration. He's literally telling you like what is going on in the in the game.
No,
what you can
I
do.
have subtitles on whenever I'm. Like,
okay.
I'm glancing
I
over and
gotcha.
just catching up to see what's going on. every
I
now
did. I
and
put it on like ×4 when before we started and trying to join. I didn't
I would
exactly
say this
understand what
is-
I seen, but I mean the gameplay looked pretty cool, and I mean the environments looked pretty darn nice. So
They do.
I mean, it looks like Tack pulled through. Is there anything that
I was gonna
Combat
say
looks
this
stood
is.
out.
I think this is shaping up to be the Elden Ring of Harry Potter games. From,
I actually really do
from Tack
get
and the
that
Power of
vibe
Juju's
from
Avalanche
this.
software.
I feel like of course it's a certain selection of content, but like when they were in the classes, it felt like they were nailing the characters of like the wacky professors. It seems like there's like some cool overworld content. The game looks kind of good in motion, though maybe like a little. The animations maybe look a little jank here and there.
I think the combat looks sick. The little effects on the magic.
Little wands
and I looks a
yeah.
little. I mean, I've seen fucking. I mean, there's some goofy magic, spinning dudes around, but I've also seen dudes get slammed against the floor. I've seen guys get vaporized.
It almost looks like it could like end up like having like a lot of combos and stuff with the magic. As weird as that sounds, like how this shit seems to be,
It does look like that.
because he bounces people up and then like throws objects into him and like hits him when like juggles them.
Yeah, it almost looks like it's treating like the wand almost like a whip or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like, it's like a
I was
magical
just- yeah.
line in between you and the wand.
Yeah,
Their spell
Ready
that
to
like, turns
smash
people
goblins.
inside out.
And yeah, I seen one where he did some sort of super lightning bolt.
Lightning bolt.
There you go.
Flash, did you have any specific comments that we weren't capturing just from the quick impression?
Yeah. Just so here's the things: unique ability to manipulate ancient magic. Your character has some sort of weird, like, special thing about them. There's character creation. Chosen one, yeah. You'll be sorted into a house, one of the 4 houses. I don't know if you have.
That
the
actually
ability
looked
to- I
cool.
guess
You guys should check
could
that out
choose
if you skipped over that. But they did a quick view of the sorting process and like a quick couple seconds of each common room.
Oh,
and
you know,
I-
be like the character builder.
well, yeah, for
my
sure, for
God.
sure. Like each common room and all the common rooms looked like really different and unique. It looked pretty cool.
I can't wait till this Discord is fucking torn apart by
By the house.
By houses.
by the houses.
Oh, if you don't know what house you are already, sorry, bud. You haven't taken the
Yeah,
online
you're
quizzes.
embarrassing, bro.
All right, let me guess. So first off, everybody knows I'm a Ravenclaw. It's not even a question.
I don't even know like what they're like famous for or whatever. I
John-
I've only seen the movies.
They're famous for being liars.
John's a Gryffindor.
Being
actually.
losers.
John's a pretty strong Gryffindor type.
Of course, dude. I know it. I'm not a victim, dude. I'm all about courageousness.
Flask is also probably a Ravenclaw, but perhaps a Hufflepuff.
I think I'm a Hufflepuff.
Flask is
Yeah.
definitely a Hufflepuff. I don't even know what they are, but just from the name,
He's
I know
huffing and
he's-
puffing
That's what he
in a
yeah.
good way, though.
I have done Harry Potter quizzes before. Like, what house are you? Always Hufflepuff. Even
was
though
thinking
I
Hufflepuff.
initially
He's such a nice guy.
years ago I thought I was a Ravenclaw. I was like, no, My personality type is Hufflepuff. I'm a nice guy. I try to do good. I try to help people.
Greg is either a Gryffindor who should be in Slytherin, or he's a Slytherin who should be in Gryffindor. You know what I mean?
He's a little green cloak.
He's a Slytherin who should be in Gryffindor.
Little snake man.
I thought you were going to say who should be in Azkaban.
He's either a Gryffindor should be in Azkaban, or
no, Greg is delicious. He literally is.
Now,
the lizard man.
Vito,
Good.
Vito's no Hufflepuff. Vito's no Ravenclaw. Vito's no Slytherin. It really Vito is
dude.
Well,
Vito's hanging out with fucking Hagrid's grandpa.
Are you saying I'm the headmaster?
I think Vito is a sorry. We actually sent you the letter in mistake.
Oh, you're like.
Are you saying Vito is a squib?
Call me a
thank
Mongol?
you. You're worse. You're a squib.
Yeah,
that's a thing.
I just want to.
So squib is when your parents are magic, but you're not.
And you can do things like you can see ghosts and stuff, and like see the magical things.
You know the creepy caretaker, the one that no one likes. He has that cat. He's lonely.
Filch.
You ever see a Harry Potter movie, Vito?
I don't know what you're talking about though.
He carries a lantern. He looks ugly as fuck, and he's never happy.
All right,
well,
I don't think no. That's Mad Eye Moody. Dude.
You're
He's
like
magic.
that guy.
You've seen him do magic.
I think Squib is more of like Squib and Mad Eye do have similarities, and they're like old dudes who are kind of like hunchbacked.
Anyways, you're going to be miserable, and you're going to hate your life, and you're going to want to kill yourself, but for some reason you're not going to. I don't know why.
That's fine. That's better than what I thought it was going to be. I thought you were saying that like sometimes they send the letter to the wrong address, and then some regular kid shows up, and like, what are they going to do? They have to kill him.
Well, you know what? No, Vito's going to be a squib, but he's going to be really good at Quidditch.
All right.
Yeah, you're gonna be really good at fucking mowing the Quidditch lawn.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not like I don't know why. Yeah, I don't know why you say that. I'm not like a fucking athlete or nothing. And if I got magic powers, I can't make
here you go.
Because I had to say something. I've said something nice about everybody else.
This is the one squib in the Harry Potter movies, and he's the real asshole.
This guy.
Yeah,
I like this guy whenever I see him in movies.
He's got that walk to him in Harry Potter. Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm sure this guy ends up like having a little hero moment, right?
He really doesn't. I think he actually joins.
No, I think it's that guy. Yeah, he joins them.
He does in fact join the bad guys.
Like,
he's like a Nazi cooperator.
That's crazy because like they hate him more than anything.
I think at first he's like a pitifully portrayed, but then like you're like, no, he really is a bad guy.
Because he backs.
He's a collaborator.
That's when he really.
All right, this is all
he's
funny, guys. We'll find out what house
Snape.
I actually get into.
He's not like Snape, where Snape is just a creep boy
you
who
gotta
happened to
go
be
home,
a spy.
All right, now you just hurt my feelings.
I like to make friends.
Man.
But
I have been officially
a Nazi house, little Nazi youth house.
There's a lot. There's a
God,
lot about
Vito,
this that I
Jesus.
think that could capture some of the nostalgia I had of playing those old PS2, GameCube era. Harry Potter games where they had little bits of like exploring the open world and going to classes and stuff. And that's always kind of a fun loop to explore in games. Like Bully did it very well, you know.
If you go to the
I was getting Bully vibes from it.
I closed the video. I don't see exactly where, but there was some broom flying.
Yeah, I saw him riding a griffin or whatever they're called at some point.
I saw that too. Yeah,
pretty big map. So,
hippogriff?
it definitely looks better than I was expecting. Yeah.
Apparently, the story's going to be dealing with the Goblin Rebellion somehow.
Yeah, dude, smash some goblins. I'm down for that.
I saw some goblins getting smashed.
The goblins are such not to like berate them because I think it's a fine design choice, but they are such like a low hanging fruit like fantasy villain. You know what I mean? It's an easy way to build a narrative where like you don't have a book or anything to guide you. Really, you don't really have like a major event of the time.
Just
sure.
Which I do think is the main strength of the potential of the narrative, which we talked about many times, as being before all that stuff.
What you're saying? Can they not use the movies?
I'm sure they could if they wanted to because they have the rights to the world, but they set the games in like the late 19th century.
Like 100, 200 years.
That's perfect. Yeah. This is like what everyone wants from like a Star Wars.
That's what I'm saying.
Right?
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, for sure.
No, this was something that we had heard about in whispers. We got maybe hyped about because it had potential. And after seeing a 15-minute gameplay slice, I got to say, like, I'm so hyped. Maybe they will prove themselves.
Can't remember.
They showed that it's going to
Can't
have like
Pack is
dungeons
back,
in
baby.
the overworld.
What did you say, Flash?
It's going to have like dungeons and puzzles and stuff in the overworld. I'm definitely getting like, I know this is not actually inspired by it, but I'm definitely getting Elden Ring vibes from like, it's going to have dungeons all over the place that you can find.
Like go inside the Whomping Willow and stuff.
Yeah, maybe.
No,
It's definitely good. You're going to be able to explore, you know, the castle, the
forbidden-
grounds,
dude, imagine if you
towns
walk into the
and
Forbidden Forest and it just feels like
forest
Dark
stuff.
Souls.
Yeah.
no release date or even like release year.
A holiday 2022.
Oh really? Oh, I didn't see
Yeah.
that. Fuck.
Now with this
Holiday
with this
2022.
gameplay, one has to wonder. Not that I want this, but just out of curiosity, have they said anything about a multiplayer?
Not that I saw in this.
Other song that the only thing that would make me think no, and it doesn't necessarily mean no, is that there was a section in that video dedicated to like you being able to recruit NPC companions.
I don't know if it's that or if they're just the other characters in the story. It's kind of unclear. They say like companions, like there's something that you can.
Yeah, that's what I just seen
do.
my feed pop up real quick. Said companions, and it showed like.
But it also
running
seems
with
like they're
somebody.
portraying them as just like the other characters who have backstories, you know, like you
Right.
would in any game.
Also, not for nothing, the character models in particular look really good, like graphically.
They do look good.
Very
Yeah, and the environments looked great. I mean, too.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I got really nothing to complain about. I mean, from just looking at that,
I definitely
I was a little worried
I
about
had
the
a
combat.
yeah, same here, but like it looks snappy, it looks responsive, and like even if it has like a little bit of like the animations maybe a little stilted, like I'm fine with that if it feels good to play, you know.
Absolutely.
But hey, that's the news. It's Harry Potter. We'll see that later on this year. We still have a spoiler cast coming up from John and Flask, right?
Yes.
On what was that?
Why,
on?
yes. It was on the creature known as the Batman,
Ah, yes.
if that's what you're
okay.
referring to.
Great.
maybe you've heard of them.
I'm aware.
Stalks the night, defeats villains, strikes fear in hearts of people like you.
You know, he's vengeance and whatever.
We also have at some point in the future a spoiler cast on the Elden Ring.
Yeah, when's that
Yes.
coming, huh? How many gonna beat it, huh?
I gotta beat the game.
They just remade the game, so we have to beat it again before
Well,
we can do the
real
spoiler
quick
cast.
here, so I know who to scree chat. Ooh, Flask is the only one to actually beat it, right? Beat the final
Greg beat it
boss.
too.
Greg did.
I beat it.
Greg climbed that mountain.
Nice. Oh, so then there were only two.
To be fair,
Look, I can't
It
even
had
remember
a,
the last time I put 100 hours into a video game. It was probably like fucking Witcher or Oblivion.
I think B-Man's gonna beat it before y'all.
oh, absolutely.
That's
Yeah,
he's
absolutely. It's probably
definitely
gonna beat
going
it
to.
tomorrow. You kidding me?
Fuck. Why didn't you put this much time into Yakuza?
Me?
Yeah, you.
I like it. I like this better than Yakuza.
You're crazy.
I would. I listen. I like
don't
Elden
know.
Ring, but you're crazy, bud.
I don't know. It's a different vibe. It's a
Well,
different,
obviously,
like,
yeah, they're very different games.
I'm just more ready to put more time in this game. Just
Elden Ring
gotta-
is easier to engage with over a long period of time. It's more
Yeah.
consistently.
I like Yakuza. I got nothing against Yakuza. I don't know. I just didn't.
Yeah, the ring where you smell some lady's feet and oh, here's a ring. Figure out your own
Exactly.
story, dude. Yakuza is like a finely crafted masterclass story.
John,
It'll
you got
bring
it all
to the
wrong. There
very
aren't
fringes
nearly
of your
enough feet in
emotions.
Elden
Half the
Ring.
sub stories are about female panties.
Yeah, you would
weird.
think that.
The other half are buying toilet paper.
Andy's lying right now, and he knows it, and it's sad.
All right, that's not all though. Even though we cut everybody loose on the round table except John, who tried to sneak a little quick one off.
Trying to sneak one in, didn't he?
Yeah,
I
you
ain't
sure
trying,
did.
dude. I got one.
Avada Kedavra.
We
Not fair.
have
Now I want one.
coming up after the break a choose your own adventure book. Blast, what's the title again? Nintendo's something?
Nintendo Adventure Book number 10, The Shadow Prince, featuring The Legend of Zelda.
All right. So
Do I
if
need to
you're-
have played any of those games?
If you're listening along, feel free to play
Yeah,
along with
might
us.
help.
Get that opened up. We're going to give you just a quick break here. Cue that up. We'll be back here soon. Greg, at some point they talked about building a relationship with your classmates as well. To make me think like Persona influences, perhaps.
I mean, yeah, there was a lot of stuff in that game that I saw that looked like really cool. I disagree with you on the part where you said the character model looks good, because while a lot do look good, I feel like the main dude they were using, he did not look good. He looked like really out of place.
You mean like the player character?
Yeah, the player character.
I think that's
but
fair,
that also that is the player character. So,
but like skip to like 218 for example. I think that character model of that girl is really cool. For example.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, there's a lot of them that are really good. Hold on, let me see who the fuck was the one person I was looking at. Oh, are you talking about the herbology person? That was actually who I was talking about. Yeah.
When I saw that, I was like, wow, that's really cool.
Yeah, but like, yeah, oh, where the fuck is it?
The guy in the top hat looks really good too.
In like go to like 240, the player character. He looks weird.
Yeah, it was like a player character. You can't. I don't know.
That's what I was saying. I was like, all right, that's why I'm like giving it a break, because I've made some fucking freaks.
Sorry, what time, Greg?
240. When you're like in the class, it's literally like we're the next class.
Yeah. Oh yeah, some of those characters in the back do look like freaks. That one girl doesn't look right. One with the silver hair.
I'm really interested in like the potion class. I want to see what that is, because I always thought that stuff was cool. That and the crazy ass monsters.
Throw a fire barrel at a guy.
I think the first dungeon he's in, I think that's the bank, Grimgotts.
Old bank heist.
Little bank. Well, you got to go there to open an account, or so I would assume.
But no, this game, I'm just kind of going through the videos a bit more slowly now, looking at some scenes. It's a lot of cool stuff, like some fun magical mini games. It looks like Quidditch, definitely dungeons, like you said, Flask. Like 440 looks like he's approaching a Dark Souls like boss. All those. Like 100%, that's the inspiration for that cut.
Like a talent tree of some sort.
Yeah, I don't think we actually see the tree, but we do
Cards?
see like the hierarchies. Yeah, the cards. I bet inside each one of those there's like different nodules or whatever. Or like 620, for example, or 617 maybe. That slice of the open world looks like exploring like a lakeside in Elden Ring, kind of. It's a lot more expansive than I expected. Like 638, he's exploring a weird fucking church. Like, how does that fit into Harry Potter?
Jesus is a wizard. Everyone knows it.
The church, maybe. What do you call it? The one church where the Harry Potter goes to meet up with the Prisoner of Azkaban man.
Church?
Is that not a church where they meet up and like you find out that one dude transforms
Flask,
into a
I was just
werewolf?
saying, you're definitely right that they're doing like dungeons and stuff.
Might be
638, for
Gross Ass
example, like that's 100% not like a location inside Hogwarts.
Yeah, cool. Like a little monster mini game. Looks like somewhere around like 940. Showed like taking care of little monsters, like brushing them and stuff.
Change your appearance.
Oh yeah,
that's all I need.
By the way, I was gonna say they use they use a movie-esque remix of the Harry Potter theme in this gameplay footage or in this showcase. And it's very similar to, or maybe the same as, the music for the new trailer for the third Fantastic Beasts movie. Anyway, I'm like sick of them doing that kind of thing. Why not just use the actual score that's so much better, the John Williams score? Why use like a shitty movie trailer? Like bum, 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 bum.
Ooh, I'm not
Dude,
sure I'm a big
I
fan
just
of
got
that
to
in
like
a single
12
player
minutes
game.
in. That's what I'm talking about, bro.
All right, here's my first
little
thing I
house
don't
building.
like.
What's that?
1128. Potion making is on real time.
What do you
Yeah,
mean?
that was a little
That's
weird.
definitely going to be like, hey, money
You
up
can
buy
already
these
see-
items to speed up.
Well, yeah, you can already see at 11. Hold on. 11:23. He's putting down. I pause it. T-shaped potion station. T-shaped potion. 3 burners to brew potion.
Oh yeah. There's a lot of crafting stuff here,
Yeah.
which crafting is okay.
can
but
be
like,
okay.
I'm not a fan of real lifetime growth systems in my single player games. Like I get why it's a thing in like multiplayer PvE balance, but like, come on.
Yeah, it looks like you'll use the room requirement to be your customizable crafting space.
Yeah, maybe that's for
And then,
gameplay purposes. You know what I mean? Like early
Yeah,
on,
no,
when it limits you
for
to like
sure,
certain items, like only so many, and then like as it goes
For
on,
sure.
you get like an upgrade or something.
For sure, like I could totally see it being something that ends up feeling good. Just the only, if I were to nitpick, just the only thing I can pull out so far on the trailer that gives me a little bit of apprehension.
Yeah.
Hopefully that's
Yeah.
something that you can ignore if you want to. Like you could just go full spells and not even bother with items for combat
Yeah,
and
for
stuff
sure.
like that.
All right, 1220, 1215, 1220, like for sure. That feels like inspirations from Red Dead. Like it's kind of funny. I feel like a lot of inspirations in this game, like walking through the town, walking up to the. It looks like a seamless interaction, just walking up to the guy.
Yeah, even before that, like right around 12, just the putting on your own little house. That looks cool. In your own little personal.
Yeah, you get
Can you
a,
become
like
evil
a
in this
pocket
game?
dimension.
Yeah, that you get the. I actually have that
Oh, is that what
Yeah.
that is?
putting down on his own little Lamont.
I saw that, but I wasn't
They
sure
say
what
you
it was
can
in the
raise
world. You get
animals
the
in it
pocket
too,
dimension.
so you can like raise magical beasts.
Dude, that's all I need. I'm
It's
down
right
for
at
that.
12 minutes. They start talking about it.
So that's interesting because like I thought the room of requirements was kind of like the hub world. So maybe like
It seems like they serve
The
two
hub
different
structure.
functions.
Maybe that's just part of the hub world.
The
Maybe
room
have some sort of-
room
At
requirement is like your
14
crafting
minutes,
hub.
or I guess like 1350, they start talking about it. Like, be careful where you choose to explore. It may lead you down a darker path. And then he casts Abracadabra
Yeah.
and kills that guy.
So is there a
So I'm
morality
wondering if you
system?
could be like, yeah, can you be evil? Because that'll be an issue, and I'll
I
probably be
mean
evil.
if they're 100%, like if they're doing an open world Harry Potter game and they're making it this big, they got to have a dark wizard path.
It would
Yeah,
be
it'd be
really
lame if
funny
they
to
didn't.
become an evil Hufflepuff. You're like you were assigned to the
Right.
house
It would
that
probably be
values
something
loyalty,
like-
friendship, and helpfulness, and you become an evil bastard.
Well, you're being evil to help your friends.
I wouldn't even be surprised if like design wise it's something like Gryffindor. The story kind of suggests you towards Paragon, Slytherin towards Renegade, Hufflepuff towards Paragon, and Ravenclaw maybe is the neutral house. Of course I would imagine that they don't slot you into that choice and like the very first thing you do in the game. Like I imagine you could like deviate from that and be like an evil Hufflepuff.
Hello, fifth year student. Do you want to
Just
be
saying.
evil or good?
Oh,
Do you enjoy the taste of
evil
blood?
It is.
Wouldn't it be funny if like people remarked on that, like an evil Hufflepuff? Are you sure?
Well,
So we have to do something about that hat.
whatever you say.
Welcome back, everybody.
Welcome
Flask.
back, everybody.
I think you're gonna take it from here,
Yes.
Greg. that was
Sorry,
a
I thought my mic was off. Oh my goodness.
Really immature.
mistake. You nerd.
This is Future Flask. I'm here to tell you that this was an experiment. It was our first time doing something like this, and with a book that we hadn't read before. So, while we have fun as we go, of course, I do apologize if it's a little odd or different from usual as a listening experience for you. Hopefully, you can enjoy with us trying something new here. Okay, back to Past Flask.
This is The Shadow Prince, featuring The Legend of Zelda. Chapter 1. Oh, by the way, I guess you guys are just like reach a consensus. There's 4 of you, so there's no like majority rule here. You just have
We'll
to
just
say
shout.
what you
We'll
want
just all
to
shout
do.
on top of each other.
Shout until
angry.
someone
And
shouts
whoever
the loudest.
comes off
yeah.
the strongest and the most
Yeah.
confident wins.
Yeah. No, I agree.
Okay. Chapter 1 then. Deep in the Hyrulean forest, a moblin slithers stealthily through the trees to a small clearing. They're on their way, boss, the squat bulldog-faced ogre hisses. A larger moblin, the leader of this band of the evil wizard Ganon's minions, wipes a warm splotch of ooze from his chest. God. Are you sure it's Link and Princess Zelda? The scout nods. Hunting, he says, showing yellow fangs and a grin. Heh heh. Shut up. The moblin chief cuffs the scout in the head. They're coming, partners in slime, he calls, lurching to his feet. Hop to it. If we let down our leader Ganon, you can be sure he'll let down our heads. The wood comes alive with the grunts of moblin. Tiny eyes gleam and dog mouths drool as the hideous horde prepares for battle. Okay, let's go, the chief commands. And remember, take no prisoners, shouts one of the troops. The moblin boss scowls. That's take prisoners, idiot, he yells. They clatter into the dark wood. Birds caw, wild animals growl. After a short walk, the chief raises his hand. His troops come to an abrupt halt. Utter silence falls. Moblin can be very quiet when they want to be.
Oh.
Walking through a clearing, a bow and arrow slung over her shoulder, is Princess Zelda, the young heir to the throne of Hyrule. Her long blonde hair shines in a stray shaft of light. 2 steps behind is Zelda's best friend, Link. Though he isn't even 20 yet,
Best friend.
Link is already known as the greatest warrior in all of Hyrule.
Yup.
Damn, really,
Already friend zoned.
yeah.
Let's cast Entangle on those moblins.
Did you hear something? Zelda asks, stopping suddenly. Hear something? Link replies.
Golly.
Zelda scowls. Do you have to repeat everything I say? Repeat everything you say, Link grins.
Oh, this is the
I'm not in the
asshole
mood.
Link.
This is the Link from the show. I'm not in the mood for jokes, Link. I have a strange feeling Ganon and his forces might be lurking around here. Oh, Link cries. Lurking. Pretty big word, Zell. Been hitting the books again? Before Zelda can think up a good retort, there is a grunt, then the rasping voice of the moblin boss. Get them! Princess Zelda's eyes go wide. From all sides, a green mob pours out of the woods, waving spears and screaming war cries. See, Zelda cries, Moblin! Okay, maybe you're right, Link says. Zelda and Link jump behind a rock. Zelda draws her bow and arrows and begins firing, while Link uses his trusty sword to keep away any monsters that try to sneak up behind them. Swish! One down, Link shouts. Whiz! Thunk! Arg! A moblin hits the dirt. 2, calls Zelda. Is she Legolas?
Yeah, right?
Nice shot, Zell, Link cries.
Oh, he calls
Zelda
it Zell for
smiles,
short.
aims, and fires again. Oh, yeah.
So.
Bullseye, another moblin falls, and another to the bite of Link's blade. But the enemy keeps coming. Soon Zelda has only 3 arrows left, and Link's sword arm is getting very tired. Zing, thwack, swish. Another hit, but now Zelda has only 2 more arrows. Then 1, then none. Link glances around. A cluster of boulders behind them blocks any chance of escape. Moblin are on all sides, close enough to smell. Suddenly, a large rock flies through the air. Duck! Link cries. Too late. The rock glances her head and Zelda falls down,
oh my
stunned.
God.
Damn.
You dirty rats! Link cries, racing out from his hiding
Gives
place.
Zell brain damage.
Link trips and tumbles to the ground. When he looks up, he's staring into the beady eyes of a moblin. The dog-faced creature pants eagerly as he moves in for the kill. But then Link hears drumming hoofbeats on the forest floor, followed by a man's voice. Move aside, mutts, or taste steel. Link and Zelda get 200 points for destroying the moblin. Turn to page 114. Does someone want to keep track of the points
We
here?
got points here?
Yeah,
All
wait,
right.
wait, you said that? It wasn't you?
I'll do the
Andy
points.
seems
I
like
got
points
it.
guy.
So,
Okay.
all right, how many we got?
200 for defeating the moblins.
Yeah, I just want to be clear that you get
I'll be the. I've got a notepad. I'll be the inventory guy.
if a giant boulder is hurtled at you and it hits, even if it glances you in the head, you're gonna get brain damage, big time.
Yeah,
I think
probably.
it's something.
So that's going to come into
I
play
mean,
later.
we
in the
know that being
story.
knocked out at all is brain damage.
Yeah, I just want everyone on my team to know that because that's going to come into play later. And I just want everyone to
Oh,
remember.
okay. Zelda's got brain damage now. Good to know.
Yeah. 200 points. That's
Link
good.
looks up as a
two-
tall, dark
So
man.
200 points or 100 points?
200.
200.
Okay. Gotcha.
Link looks up as a tall, dark man jumps off a white horse. All the moblin freeze in their tracks, terrified. The one hovering over Link drops his knife. "Be gone," the stranger commands. The moblins seem shook. Whimpering, they begin to slink out of the clearing. "Hey, how did he do that?" Link wonders. "Moblin don't scare easily." He glances at the stranger, awed. Just then, a brave moblin leaps at the stranger, but the man greets his flying body with a closed fist. Thunk! The beast sails across the clearing and crashes headlong into a tree on the far side.
Dead.
"Wow!" Link gasps. The other moblin have seen enough. The wood fills with shrieks and curses as they push and shove their way to a noisy retreat. "Are you all right, son?" the man asks, jumping off his horse and helping Link to his feet. "Oh, I'm fine, thanks," Link replies. He's a little stung at being called son, especially since the stranger doesn't look that much older than himself. "I was just about to turn that moblin into a dog kebab when you showed up," he adds defiantly. The stranger smiles. "I suppose that's why he was standing over you with a knife at your throat." "But who's this?" he continues, spotting Zelda. He strides over, kneels at her side, and cradles her head gently in his strong hands. In a second, Zelda's eyes flutter open. A look of surprise passes over her face as the stranger gazes into her eyes. Then she shakes her head quickly, as if clearing cobwebs from her mind. Who are you?" she asks.
Brain damage.
Oh, I gotta go like way back now. I hate when they do this. I gotta go way back to page 37. Hold on.
Who do we think this guy is?
Yeah, I thought we were going to choose our own adventure.
Has anybody,
No, apparently this is just a novel.
Yeah, when do we get to
Yeah, I'm
adventure?
trying to adventure here.
What's
I
our
also wish it was a little more
To be clear,
open-ended.
I have not read this book at all until this point.
I haven't got to one moblin.
Dude, I was
yet.
gonna say why I want to fucking
I'm trying
smash
to murder.
moblins, dude.
I'm trying to murder.
Fuck up
trying to get like a
moblins.
moblin face and then wear it on my
Yeah.
face.
All right, guys. We got 200 points for killing moblins. Any other notes you guys want to record?
Say that we took one moblin face.
Yeah. It was implied.
That's the context.
Yeah.
Yeah, the subtext. I mean,
Who has played these games?
choose your
Zelda?
adventure.
You keep saying these games.
The Zelda games, The Legend of Zelda.
Me,
Oh, I have
me.
played
It's like
several.
a dozen
Who
of them.
on my?
Yeah.
All
I
of
don't know
them?
any of them. I haven't played a single one.
I think
I don't
me
know.
and Flask are like the main ones who
That's like
play.
saying like, hey, you guys play the Mario game?
Well,
There's so many.
you've played a Zelda game.
I played a Zoldar
Okay.
game. I know who Zoldar
All right.
is.
Well, yeah, I barely do. I'm just saying, who could this dark man be?
Oh, nobody, dude.
I don't think
Probably
it's
a
from the
made-up character for
series.
this.
I was gonna say,
Made
yeah.
up?
I thought it was the king.
There's literally no precedent for an evil person in Zelda, as far as I'm aware.
Let me
So
tell you, Vito.
don't know.
you
There's a
know
few
about
evil
Zelda.
people in
There's
Zelda.
Link, and there's Zelda,
No,
and that's it, dude.
yeah, that's it.
All right.
Everyone else is just made up
See,
in their
people
head.
talk about this Triforce, right? And that's just a lie.
You find your page, Flash?
Yeah.
I was trying to buy you time.
Oh, yeah,
here. Okay.
No, I'm good. Just some guy who happened along and took care of our moblin problems, Link says. Anyway, thanks, mister. The man winks. When you're a man, it's clear you won't be needing any help, lad. Right. Link is growing eager to part company with the irritating stranger. We'll be seeing you. Ignoring Link, the man smiles at Zelda. Charles of Moria at your service. he
Oh, I
says.
knew it was him.
Charles of Moria. Moria? Zelda lets Charles help her to her feet. I've never heard of it. Oh, it's far away, Charles says. I've been traveling for months, doing good deeds as part of Moria custom. When I've done enough, I'll go home and become King Charles. Zelda nods, impressed. King, eh? Link scowls and looks the man over. Clasped around his neck is an ornate gold necklace with oddly shaped turquoise stones fitted into the metal. They look like runes, but of a kind Link has never seen before. What do these rune mean? What do those rune mean? Jesus Christ. What do those runes mean? Link asks. Nothing, Charles says. The necklace is an ancient relic from Moria.
Oh, no,
It's been passed down in my family for generations.
I just found it in
It's
the
just
store.
cool.
I thought it looked cool. In Urban
I bought it in a
Outfitters.
pawn shop. Say, Zelda exclaims, why don't you come back to North Castle with Link and me? My father, the king, would love to meet you. Zelda, Link warns. Just then, Zelda clasps a hand to her head. I feel, she murmurs, then she slumps back down to the forest floor. Link rushes to her side. Are you okay? Zelda nods. I'm just a little dizzy. You can't make the trip to the castle alone, Charles says firmly. I'll take you.
His name was Charlie though.
Charlie Moria.
Yeah, that's Charlie.
You'll take
Charlie
her,
Moria.
Link says. Wait a second, I've got to think this through. Solve this puzzle for a clue about what's coming up. If Sir Charles goes to North Castle, he'll make trouble for someone there. Read the runes to find out who that person is. Cross out all of the paired runes, then cross out the runes with the... Okay, wait a second.
All right, is this some shit that we need to see?
Yeah, I guess I got to show it. Hold on.
All right, but what if we just imagine that we were invincible and could take on any rune puzzle?
Can you guys see it?
Oh, I see it.
I can now. Yeah.
So Charlie Boy's going to... Charlie Boy goes to
cross
North
out all of the
Castle.
paired runes. Then cross out the rune with the most sides. Next, decode the remaining runes using the key at the bottom of the page. Then unscramble the letters to learn the name of the person Charles will threaten. This is
Let's take this one step at a time. Take this one step at a time.
Okay.
What's step one?
Wait.
Step
Cross
one
out
is
all of the paired
rune.
runes.
Well, hang on. Is that the first one? Or is it?
Yeah, I think that's first.
Yeah.
Can you make writing, or can you like edit this at all, or like make markings on
What
it?
do they mean? We'll cross it out from where? From this necklace?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, so basically we're trying to find which
And-
runes
cross
are...
the
and the
first
remaining,
two.
and then we use the bottom as like a cipher.
Got
for
it, okay.
The rune.
Okay.
I don't think I have the
Picture
ability.
looks like shit, bro. I could have drawn that.
Yeah, that
down
looks
myself.
terrible,
Yeah.
dude. Did you make this book?
Yeah. It also
Oh,
looks...
God.
No, Flash would have definitely drawn better than that.
Yeah, dude.
well, that- That first
They all
rune
look
is
kinda
also
the
the last
same.
one, right?
Flash, try to comment.
Oh,
But I'm confused. So
Where's
it looks
the-
like there's two diamonds across
top?
each other, right?
The
there's
triangle,
one
that looks
triangle, so we got
yeah,
one.
that's one, right?
Aha.
But then,
Oh, nice.
Okay.
Nice job, Flash.
All right,
Yeah, but
I was
then
gonna
there's
say I
like
just realized you used Fox,
30,000
so I
of the
used it
same
all the time.
one.
I can't undo, though.
Alright.
The hell?
Yeah, you can. You can do.
We can figure
I
this,
did it.
this out. This drawing is like really bad for a drawing that you need to figure out like the amount of sides of
Yeah.
objects though.
All right.
It's
So
pretty
first
funny.
off, cross out all of the paired runes.
What does that mean?
Like
All
if
the
there's
runes.
double
Two
Yeah,
diamonds.
yeah.
Cross them out.
Okay, yeah, but what I'm saying, so we get that's pretty clear, and then like there's a triangle, there's a star, those don't match up.
This is
Right,
so
next
shit, I
one.
can't
After you get
tell
to the
which ones
third
are
or
supposed to be
That's
paired.
what I'm saying. After you get to the third or fourth rune, like what the fuck are those supposed to be? They look like they're all the same. They're just
Those look.
we
the
gotta
same
count.
to me,
We gotta
yeah.
count the points.
Those do not. Those are unique, I think.
This sucks.
This is terrible.
That's what I'm
Who
saying.
drew
Yeah, I
this?
agree.
I'm pretty.
okay.
hang
So
on,
if
pretty
I'm
sure
if I'm with
those are
Andy, I'm
unique.
gonna say that the next one is unique. The one after that is the same,
Yeah.
and then
cross out-
the one
cross
after
out-
that is unique.
Yeah. and same with the last one. So let's see if we can figure out what this is from there. So the last
I don't know
one
what
is
to do
unique
with
as
the
well.
middle one. Yeah, the middle one's just by itself.
Well, okay, sorry. So the next rule. What's the next rule?
The next rule is
Cross
then
out the
cross out the
rune.
rune with the most sides.
Oh, it's gotta be.
That's the one at the very. That's the one at the very
right.
bottom because they're.
Well, no, the very
To the
bottom,
right.
and then
Bottom
to
to
the
the
right,
right.
right? That
Yeah.
one
Oh
looks
yeah,
like
That one
yeah,
has a
you're
lot.
right. Yeah.
Little freak. Many sides.
So
one-
cross out this one, right?
No. One more
to
down.
the left of that.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, and that little diagram
that
at the
one.
bottom is a little bit helpful.
Yeah.
Those are
Barely.
all of the shapes that are available.
Yeah, I'm still with Flash.
Alright, so
I'm
what-
really
so what's
I'm
next?
in here.
So what's next?
Next,
Then
decode the
unscramble
remaining
the
runes
letters.
using the key at the bottom of the page.
So what? I'll write it down. What letters do we think we have in order from like left to right, or as in like following the necklace?
It looks like
The first one's G.
Wait, no, the
Well,
first
hang
one's
on.
I.
Isn't that first one I?
Yeah, I.
Oh, sorry, I didn't even see that one. Yeah.
The next
definitely
one
I.
is G. I agree with that. And then it looks like
Maybe
L.
N?
Oh, I was gonna say
yeah.
L. No, I see N a little bit
So-
more.
I think it is
So
N.
IG. I'll write
IGN?
in parentheses.
Oh,
All right, IG in parentheses L. Okay. What's next?
G.
That's might be E.
it looks like it could be G. I think
I
it's
can
G.
see E. I see E.
Wait, which one? Which one are we looking at? We were looking
I
at
think
the
it is
one?
E. The
lower-
amount of
lowest
points corresponds to E.
Oh, like look at the
dead
top
center
piece.
one?
Yeah, the top. Look at
Yeah,
the top part
I
of
think
it.
I think the middle one is E.
No, you're right. I was looking at the wrong
I also think it's
Yeah.
A.
All right,
The
that's
one
fine.
on
E.
the far right is D.
one. Right.
On the far
Is it?
right. I
Yeah,
think that
right.
one's no D. I feel like that's too many. If any,
feel like the one right next to E is D. I mean, that even though we crossed it out, I don't know.
I think it might be D.
I'm thinking D.
What the fuck with the? All right, let's just put D there for right now.
What name?
We
is
also
it?
have to unscramble these, remember? So it's not.
Oh, and then
it's not in
there's one
order.
above that too. There's one above that. There's
K.
Oh,
star,
okay.
which is K.
All right. Well, what name? So let's
Oh, I-
unscramble this.
Yeah.
Dick.
IGNEDK.
Oh, Dignick.
That
Digneck.
All right.
Kinged.
What if we change that D to something else? It still doesn't. What if we change
King
it to a
Ed.
G? No, not the same.
King Ed.
What if the N?
Do we?
All right, so
If you think,
first one is definitely an I. The second one.
and we could also, I guess, just guess.
All right, hang on. The second one has 1, 2, 3.
Because this information is helping us make the decision, but we don't need to know this information. We could just take a guess. Last
What
resort.
if they're and this? What if they're not asking like if the one across from it is a match? They're just asking if it has any matches at all, right? You know, like those
What
two
if?
diamonds? You cross out those.
But we
No.
don't have any of the two same letters, so we don't have any match, right?
I thought we
What
were
if
doing it
the
that way
D-
anyway, John.
What if this thing is such shitty quality that we can't see that the D and the E are the same? So it's
what I'm
actually just
saying.
King. And the person he's got like whatever
Do
this is.
we have like a selection box of choices?
That is true. Yeah. What
No,
if the
we
E and
just-
the D are the same? And
we're
then, yeah, it's just-
unscrambling-
he's attacking the king.
We're unscrambling the letters to learn the name of the person Charles will threaten, which dictates
I
whether
think
we
he's
let
trying
Charles
threatening the
help
king.
take us
I
out of
think
the
we need
castle.
to
I'm with
leave.
you.
I could
Just
go
run
with
for
King.
help.
I could see that D and the E being the same shit.
But how does that help us if that's the same? Oh, you mean they would cancel each other out?
Then it would cancel each other. There would only be king left. So he's trying to attack the king. If they cancel.
Because he
out.
said that he
that's
would be
just-
the king.
I really can't see though.
He's saying once he gets home, he'll be king. Well, how do you become king? You got killed?
It is a very bad drawing, but I could see it. I think. All right,
What
yeah,
else
let's go with
could it be,
King.
though?
We'll go with King.
All right, so we don't want to kill the king because we're kind of like boys with him, right?
Yeah, so we
like-
got to go to 118, right?
Plus, do we know anyone else at the castle other than the king?
That's a
We
good
know
point.
Princess Zelda.
Is there
Probably
like
there, but that's not.
yeah,
is there like
there's
literally is there any name that would have been significant to us at this point?
Right, that's what I'm saying.
Impa, Guonum,
Also, this is a children's book. so-
Sharasala.
Yeah.
A lot of those names.
Yeah,
why would
but,
those
like-
names be relevant to me.
Yeah, but like this is
Well,
like a
this is
children's
pretty,
book,
like,
exactly.
yeah.
Like they're not assuming that you know everybody. Like they introduced us to Zelda and Link. You know.
That's what I'm saying. So yeah, let's go to 18,
Yeah,
118.
like-
Okay,
So
118 then.
yeah.
Oh yeah, the fun with the PDF page doesn't match the actual page.
You passed it, right? Oh, no, never mind. Oh, that's weird.
I'd better go for help, Link decides. Zelda shouldn't be moved until the doctor has looked at her head,
Yeah.
given her an MRI.
Definitely.
Besides, I don't like the idea of bringing a total stranger to the palace. For all we know, this man could be one of Ganon's spies. Link runs all the way to the palace, not even pausing to catch his breath. He races to the infirmary and
Zelda
drags
in
a
the
doctor.
forest?
Hey, okay, wait. He runs all the way to the palace and then races the infirmary and drags the doctor back to the forest, explaining as they go. Hurry it up,
And, like,
Link
he-
says. He what?
Well, like he suspected maybe this guy's a spy of Ganon.
Didn't he just spend twice
he's
as much
fine
the time?
leaving like Zelda in the forest with this guy alone.
And she's like the princess or
you know?
something, right? She's important.
yeah.
She can handle
Important.
herself.
Yeah, Zelda
Why
can take
doesn't-
care of
why doesn't
She
herself.
had a rock
He-
to her
he-
head, dude. She
he-
can.
Jesus Christ.
Hurry it up,
fucked up.
Link says as the plump physician puffs along behind him. Zelda keeps on fainting, but when they dash into the clearing, Zelda is on her feet. Oh, Link, she says excitedly, you should have seen Charles just now. 3 dark nuts jumped out of the woods at us all at once. I was too dizzy to help, but Charles beat one of them, and then the other 2 just ran away in fear. All they left behind was a bunch of rubies they dropped. Charles, a wizard with a sword.
Charles, a
Charles, a wizard with a sword, man.
Charles, a wizard with a sword.
The doctor eyes Sir Charles. Nice work, he says admiringly. Link tries not to feel too envious. Doctor, see if Zelda's all right, he says. Oh, I'm fine, Zelda bubbles. Really, Link, you worry too much. The doctor examines Zelda's head, scratches his chin, and looks at Link. It's nothing, Link. Just a little bump. You got me to come all the way out here for this? Jesus. Let's all get home, Zelda says.
Sorry, it's only the
Charles
princess
has
of your nation or whatever the fuck.
Exactly. Charles has agreed to come
kind
for a
of
visit.
yikes that the doctor tells the husband what the diagnosis is and just ignores.
Fuck.
I can't wait to introduce him to my father. Link frowns. This is not my day, he mutters. Oh, this is not my day. Lingering behind to pick up the rubies that are scattered to the ground, he follows the others towards North Castle. He's like
hell's North
cleaning up
Castle?
over Charles' victory, picking up the money off the ground.
Well, you didn't take the
What is
money,
North
Charles, so
Castle?
I'm taking
Oh,
it.
that's 100 points right there.
Oh,
Link gets 100 points for the rubies.
we haven't even used any.
Write it
yet.
down, write it down, write it down.
Yeah, Vito, I'm writing it down. Okay.
Write it down,
Write
please.
it
How many you
down,
have so
write it
far?
down, write it
Should be,
down.
should be 300 so far.
300.
Bro, write it
Read back
down.
to me the number you have.
Hang on,
Should be
let me-
300.
Vito, it's 400.
God.
What are you talking about?
Wait, I've got 150.
What?
Have you been embezzling from the rubies fund?
Hang on, let me check my notes.
I also like
I need
how
to
they
report on this.
just didn't let you make a choice. Like they ignored your choice essentially. Charles is going to the castle.
I like this is before they turn rubies into rupees.
Oh yeah, it's a good point. They are with a B in this. As they make their way toward the palace, Link falls further and further behind his companions. He's thinking hard. A lot of weird things have happened since Charles showed up, he says. First, there was the way those moblin just melted away when he told them to. The moblin outnumbered him by at least 20 to 1. They could have beaten him. Link scowls. And then there's the matter of darknuts in the woods. I've never heard of a darknut appearing outside of a cave or a castle. Why are they turning up in our forest all of a sudden? He shakes his head. There are a lot of questions, but no answers, yet. At last the group reaches the majestic North Castle. Its tall turrets gleam in the setting sun. The Hyrule flag waves briskly in the early evening breeze. Dinner is just being served as Zelda, Link, and Charles walk into the banquet hall. The king, an elderly man with a flowing white beard, King Ed, sits at the far end of the enormous table in an ornate golden chair. So there you are, he says. Link, Zelda, what took you so long? Nothing serious, father, Zelda replies. We got held up by a gang of moblin, and along the way we bumped into this man. Meet Sir Charles of Moria. The king calls for another chair, and the 3 latecomers take their seats. What an interesting piece of jewelry, the king remarks, pointing to Charles's necklace.
The king
Is it
remarks.
magic? This old thing, Charles says with a flick of his
man,
hand.
I just thought it looked
No
cool.
magic there. My great aunt gave it to me. It's a keepsake. The king says. May I see it? Begging your highness's pardon, I'd rather you didn't. According to Morian lore, I'm not supposed to take it off unless I'm king. You see, it's an ancient legend. Before Charles can finish, Dowser, the court hound, runs into the banquet hall.
Keep your fat,
Dowser,
grubby hands.
Link
off
cries.
the thing.
Bowser.
Oh, sir.
The dog licks his face, then Zelda's. But when he comes to Charles, he growls, showing teeth. Easy, boy, Zelda says with a laugh. This is a new... Easy, boy. This is a new friend,
Nice.
Charles of
I
Moria.
say, don't phone this one in.
Dowser
Flask.
growls... Yeah, sorry, no.
Dowser growls again. Then suddenly he lunges for Charles's throat.
Holy
He
shit.
kills him, and then the book is over.
Holy shit.
Zelda
wow.
has to pull the dog back. Charles laughs nervously. A protective hand at his throat. Good doggy, he says. Link's brow wrinkles. An idea is brewing in his mind. Funny, he thinks. Dowser is always nice to new people. I wonder what it is about this guy that he doesn't like. Could it be... Solve this puzzle to see what Link
Damn, there's a
believes
whole lot of-
Dowser doesn't
whole lot
like
of
about
puzzles in
Charles.
this.
No choices, just
starting-
puzzles.
Choose your adventure.
Okay. Dude, I'm down for this one. This one sounds like a fun literary puzzle.
Starting with the word head, use the clues to change one letter at a time and form new words.
Dead.
The last word will tell you what upset Dowser so much. Oh, look at that Dowser. Look at that Dowser
Oh,
dog.
Daz is a good boy.
The top part.
Oh,
the
that's
top
what he
part of
looks
your
like in
head.
the CDI and the show also.
All right.
Something to do with
Oh, does he?
red.
Ed, red, read.
Red, read.
Read, yeah. You smell very badly.
Read from read.
Reek.
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 Yeah,
Hey.
reek. Seek.
Peek. No, or peek.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
peek,
we should
peek,
read
yeah.
out loud
Yeah.
what the prompts
Peek,
are.
and then
Is-
pet.
Yeah.
Oh
We're on
yeah,
a
we're
podcast.
all right.
Your body.
Necklace.
Head.
I was so I'm like,
Oh, well.
Something to do with
Oh
books.
yeah. So for this, we're going to start with the word head, and then it's going to give us a clue. We have to change one letter to a different word. So, top part of your body, we're starting with head. Second clue is something you can do with the book. We're going to turn the H to an R, but
That's
now
read.
is read. And then the third clue is a tall, swampy grass. We're going to turn the A in read into an E. Now it's a read.
Read.
And next one, to smell very badly. So we turn the
And that boy,
that boy
reeks.
reek.
REEK.
A quick look.
And then that's a peek.
That's a peek. A bird bite. Oh, that's a beak.
Oh, that's a.
no, it's a
No.
peck, you
What?
idiot.
That's
Oh,
a
fuck.
That's a peck.
Are we sure?
Because that leads to the final word, which is neck equals lace necklace. The guy's
Aha.
necklace. He doesn't like this necklace.
That's so dumb.
Very-
Yeah, I think
very
also think
smart.
he's a Stalfos.
You think it's Stalfos?
Yeah, and we just don't know it yet.
It just makes sense.
Is that a character?
It's a zombie
I guess we're
or a
turning
dead
to-
skeleton.
Wait a
dude.
minute, they didn't even give it. So it didn't even matter if we solved it.
Yeah. What?
Well, that was the solution. Necklace.
yeah, but then it just
So
says
maybe
turn
it'll-
the
so,
page.
like-
well, hang on. Maybe it'll matter. Come on.
Yeah.
These
it's
are all
what
gonna
upset
like
Dowser.
the other
involve
one, like,
questions
gave us,
at
like,
the
two
end.
options.
It's gonna be like, what did you think? Was it this or
let's
this?
see what happens on page 68. Let's see. I saw a maze in there.
I did see the maze. Oh God.
You're going the wrong way.
This
No?
is- yeah.
No, the top part don't matter. It's the bottom. I don't know why the fuck. I don't understand what the top pair numbers are.
During dinner, Charles regales the king and his guests with tales of his travels. And then there was the time I slew 20 Octoroks with one swing of my axe.
Big doubt. Huge doubt.
Very impressive, the king
20?
comments. Isn't he great? Zelda puts in. Link scowls. What's so great about that, he thinks. Octoroks are easy prey.
True.
When the meal is over, Link has an idea.
Like,
He says to the king, it's been a while since we've had an indoor archery match,
Does
like
not
we do.
sound safe.
The king scratches his beard. You're right, Link. How about it, Charles? Quickly, the targets are set up at the opposite end of the long hall. Link smiles. I can't wait to show this guy a thing or two, he thinks. His bragging is gross.
Gross, disgusting.
I don't know, dude. I don't think we
His
need-
bragging is gross. Golly.
Just hang on. You know, we got it written down. It'll be helpful.
Yeah.
The dog doesn't like the
It
necklace.
will help us make a decision in the future.
Yes. The entrance line up along one along one wall. Link takes his place at the end of the line. The crowd cheers on the archers. I don't know why I'm reading it weird. The crowd cheers on the archers. The king calls, "Let the match begin!" To the blare of trumpets, a tall, bearded man steps forward and faces the target, bow up. Whiz,
This is me.
thunk. The arrow pierces the target near the bullseye. The bearded
Yeah, I
man
see it near the
beams.
bullseye.
And so it goes, each knight taking only one
Yeah.
shot. The target is tiny and the room long. Though many of the archers come close, none hits the bullseye exactly. His heart pounding, Link impatiently awaits his turn.
Do this
Sir
one again.
Charles of the Kingdom of Moria,
Oh, that wasn't
the
that
king
good.
announces.
Do it again. Do it again. Do it again. Do it again.
Sir Charles of the Kingdom of Moria, the king announces.
A little bit better.
Charles steps forward, then he pauses. Zelda, he asks, will you hold my scarf for luck? It's a Morian custom. Zelda smiles. Of course. Yuck,
Making
Link
her hold her
mumbles.
scarf in front of her dude, that's straight up
Yeah, that is
disrespect, bro.
disrespect.
Oh my god.
The crowd noise falls to a soft murmur as Charles raises his mighty bow. He knocks an arrow to the string, squints, and lets fly.
Zift.
Zift! Bullseye! Bullseye! The king cries. The spectators cheer. Charles shrugs modestly as the king pumps his hand. Beautiful shot! The king exults. Well, Charles says, I do my best. Link frowns.
I'll do my
Unless he
best.
can defeat Charles, his reputation as Hyrule's mightiest warrior will be in danger.
Dude, this is gonna backfire, bro.
He glances over his sheaf of arrows. Which should he choose? Before he can make up his mind, a bent old woman in a black dress hobbles towards him. It's Zelda's nurse, Impa. Link, she says, use this. She shoves a green arrow into his hand. Why? Link asks. Impa pinches Link's cheek. Magic, she says, and disappears back into the crowd.
You're gonna try and
That's
cheat? You little
cheating.
Fucking, yeah, what the fuck?
I'm about it, man. I'm
He's so
about it. I can't.
He's so jealous. This guy. He sets up a competition, and then when the dude's
We're not gonna use the fucking arrow, right?
No, we gotta use
Guess
that.
I'll
You're
cheat.
not looking like a fool in front of my woman. It's not happening.
All right, what's
All
the,
right,
And,
we'll see what
to be
We're not
clear,
gonna-
is that my woman? I don't know anything about this.
No,
I don't
not-
give a
Nah,
fuck
all right,
about
well,
this
I mean,
woman.
Zelda. I mean, look, Zelda's the princess. I mean,
What
she
if
is out of your
Impa doesn't
league.
approve?
It's out of your league, dude. It's never gonna happen. But like, would Link?
It's
like
never
to
happened in any of the games.
There's been like implications.
kind of,
You
yeah.
get a little peck on the cheek.
All
you know,
right,
maybe
hey, that's
sometime.
not nothing. I'll take a peck.
I mean, ain't nothing for sure. She'll. I mean, yeah, you might like. Leave her shoes out or
Yeah,
something.
but she like lives with Ganon for a while. You know, it's kind of.
Andy, you need
Anyway.
to stop. You're gonna get us in
Alright,
trouble.
so what's next? I don't want. I don't want to do this.
Link, the king says, you're next. Solve this puzzle for a clue to
Oh,
which
Jesus.
arrow Link should use. God damn it.
Oh, the one that hits the bullseye.
yeah,
dude. What is the one
that's easy, bro.
Bullseye arrow. It has bullseye written on it. In the word search are hidden the names of many of the people,
Gotta do a
creatures,
word
and
search.
places Link has encountered so far in this adventure. Really? So far in this adventure? We've been to one like moblin encounter. Words go
Okay.
forward, backward, diagonally, up and down. Up and down. Circle each word as you find it. The leftover letters spell out the color of the arrow most likely to bring Link harm.
Oh.
I bet it's the black and white.
Why don't
one.
we take turns
Okay,
instead
wait.
of all? I mean,
So this is just a word search?
yeah, it's just words.
Yeah.
Okay.
We take some turns.
All right.
I got one.
Sure.
I got Moblin right there.
What you got?
Third row down. Yeah.
I got one.
What do you got?
Second row from the bottom, king, horizontal. Oh, and right below.
All right, I got one. All right, diagonal left from that, the Z going up is Zelda.
Aha.
Shit.
I got
Also, the
another
word
one.
blue is in
I
there.
also
Blue,
I can't
red,
not see it.
yeah, I see colors. I see
Well,
a
hang
couple
on.
of colors.
Link,
I
Link
think-
is
well, hang
below.
on.
Link is
Don't
below
circle
King.
that. I think it's supposed to. Yeah, Link is below king. I think it's supposed to like overlap. or
Well,
something like that.
Yeah.
There might be a lot of colors here, but like
Oh, what's this dude's
like
name?
green's there too.
Guy's name is Charles.
Oh yeah, going from the very diagonal left to the very diagonal right is
Yeah.
Charles. All right, so it takes red out of the equation because that's the E in it now. It's it. No, Octorok. No, that'd be it.
Impa. Impa's above King.
Impa
Oh,
is
yeah,
above
Impa
king
is above
backwards.
Oh, and above that, I think is Hyrule
Green
backwards.
is from the bottom up, bottom right.
Yeah, I think
don't
we
know
gotta
if we're
leave
supposed to
that.
circle
Yeah.
colors.
We're not doing.
Well, we got
Well,
blue,
wait a
red, and
second.
green.
So, yeah. The leftover letters spell out the color of the arrow most. Okay.
Just
So
circle
green
each word
is-
as you find it.
In Moblin, though. The N.
I mean,
The blue has to
Charles
be
is
used
in
for something that we
everything.
haven't used yet.
No, I don't think I saw it.
No, well, there's still blue at the top, but we have to use it for something, right?
No.
Well,
What the
can
point
you-
of this is to eliminate all colors except for one. So the one that does not part of other words is the one you want.
Oh, well then, yeah, it looks like blue right now.
Blue, yeah.
There's no other colors.
You guys good with blue then?
Yeah. There's no other
Wait.
colors that aren't being used.
I'm sorry. Can you go up one more time and read it again? The leftover
Words go
letters.
forward, back.
The
Circle each
leftover
word as you find it.
letters.
The leftover letters spell out the color of the arrow most likely to bring
Yes.
link harm.
So if we
So the ones that aren't
bring
used in
Link
other words.
harm.
Oh, that's a good point. the color of the arrow that's left is the one you don't want to choose.
Yeah. Well, blue is left, right?
We don't want
We
blue.
don't want blue. Oh, what is it? What's the bottom say?
Oh, so this is interesting. If Link has the red dark nut arrow and you think he should use it, turn to page 1. We don't have that, right? We do
Right,
not
no,
have.
We don't.
Maybe if we had,
don't have
maybe if you guys had chosen to stay, you would have fought the dark nut and or picked up the red dark nut arrow.
And then we have to use green.
We
then.
don't.
Yeah.
If we're not using blue, we don't have red. We got to go green. So
Let's
it's
go green.
74.
Oh, green
Okay.
good. Green
You guys
good.
good with that?
Yeah.
Oh
Green
yeah,
good?
I mean-
green's good. Oh yeah.
God, this is so
Okay.
easy. We're so smart.
Link goes
You
to
didn't get
shoot
the red
bow.
dark nut arrow, Vito.
I bet
Link
you got
looks
that
after
if you
Impa.
helped murder.
Yeah, I think so. She has always been a faithful friend, and her advice is usually good. The green arrow feels cool in his palm, radiating an indefinable power. Maybe it even has the power to save the day. Confidently, Link steps up to the line. He glances at Charles. Nice shot, he says, but you were a micro-inch off from an exact bullseye.
You suck my dick. Link.
Now, observe a master
Charles,
marksman.
you suck my dick.
I hate it
fuck
when you
Link.
brag, Link. Zelda grumbles.
Yeah, let's kill Link.
Link winks at Zelda. Oh, God. Link winks
Oh,
at
hell
Zelda
yeah,
and
baby.
faces the target. The crowd quiets and leans forward anxiously. Link squares his legs, knocks an arrow, squints, and fires. The arrow pierces the air like a mighty rocket and soars toward the target. Halfway down the hall, Link thinks he sees it wobble. Then it lands with a loud thunk. But where?
No.
It's off the bullseye.
No.
It's way off the bullseye. Someone near the target cries. The winner is Charles of Moria, the king proclaims. Link feels his heart drop. He looks at Impa. What happened? Like he's blaming Impa. The old woman shakes her head.
Stupid.
What the?
That arrow I
You
gave you
actually
was
had to pull it
magic.
back, right? You idiot.
That arrow I gave you was magic. Some powerful force must have thrown it off. Link says grimly. He stares at Charles. The more I see of Sir Charles, the more I wonder what he's really up to.
Huh. I wonder if this guy from a strange land with these weird powers.
I'm
is
thinking
up
we
to
send
something.
Impas to the dungeon. We're cool. We could do that, right?
Straight
Wait, did it say we got 100
fucking
points?
done,
Well,
dude.
hey, God, dude, listen.
No,
listen,
it didn't
you
say
get
you got
harmed.
any points.
The puzzle saved us from harm.
No, that was I seen that, Greg. I believe that's what if we would have got the red arrow.
Yeah, gotcha.
The king congratulates Charles.
Oh,
I do my humble best, Charles says, gazing deeply into the king's eyes. In the tradition of the great Morian knights. This guy is too much, Link thinks. As the Hyrule court lines up to greet Charles, the king turns to Zelda, stroking his white beard. Your new friend Charles is a fine young man. I was thinking, would it be premature to show him the Triforce?
What the fuck?
Why did you show him the
Whoa.
It's just part of the tour, but only
Now,
for
wait,
special
hold
guests.
on. Wait. So what is that?
So the Triforce
What is the
is like,
Triforce?
dude.
yeah, that's like the big thing.
I was thinking of showing
Yeah,
him
but
the
what does that mean,
Triforce.
though? Is that like-
It is an object of power forged by like the gods of the mythology of this world. And there's 3 parts to it that can be contained and like utilized
Housed in
by
your body,
different
and they
people.
give you like
So-
Yeah.
like super
what
strength
is it?
or whatever.
Courage, wisdom, strength. Is it something like
Yeah,
that?
Yes.
traditionally, Ganon has power, Link has courage, and Zelda
Zelda's
has
wisdom.
wisdom.
But to the
So
king,
I guess
it's
in
just
this- in
like
this-
a party favor. Like, yo, you guys,
Yeah, in
you
this
just wanna
version, he
see
just has it
something
in a
fucking
closet.
cool. You guys want to see something
Yeah, they're
cool?
cool.
It's,
Gonna pull
it's
out
like
a
that.
gun or something.
Exactly, it's that guy who wants to show his gun. He just
Hey,
bought
come
it.
here, check this out.
Check out my Triforce.
Uh,
So,
It fires
Yeah,
bullets
I
from the
got,
power the power part.
Yeah, you see that's the wisdom, and that's the courage right there.
Be careful with that.
Zelda looks startled.
You wanna be careful with that.
Well, I know it's an honor usually saved for proven friends of Hyrule. The king cuts in.
I just got a good feeling.
He looks at Charles. He looks at Charles twirling a baby in the air.
What?
But Charles is surely our dear friend, even though we do not yet know him well. But our enemy Ganon already has the Triforce of Power, Zelda says. If we lose our Triforce of Wisdom, Ganon would be that much closer to ruling us all. The king is shocked. Surely, he says, you don't suggest that Charles is linked to Ganon.
Did you see him
What an
shoot
idea.
I
that
fucking
bow?
love this guy.
I mean, come on,
Ganon could never hit the bullseye. He sucks. He beckons to Sir Charles. To cement this new bond between our kingdoms,
Charles
we'd
is
like
so
you to
cool.
see something we call the Triforce of Wisdom. Father, Zelda begins. Sir Charles looks into Zelda's eyes, then bows to the king. I'm honored. I'd very much like to see your Triforce. Link.
That's all the reason not to show it to him, by the way.
Yeah. If he's not that interested, he's probably chill. He's probably cool.
Yeah, he's like, oh, the Triforce, interesting.
Yeah, I've never heard of that.
I'm just
Link,
saying, if I
who's
went to a
listening
party
nearby.
and someone was like, "Yo, I want to show you my Triforce," I would definitely go see the Triforce. That sounds fucking cool.
I mean, yeah, dude, the Triforce is cool.
I mean,
and maybe
he's
you can
definitely
get
gonna
it.
go see the Triforce. I'm just saying, like,
It's a little silly though. Like this is reserved for the greatest heroes and friends of our kingdom.
it would be,
He won a single archery match.
Your
so
name
it's
is
so cool.
Charles, right?
It would,
Sir?
it would be like this kid won the national spelling bee, and Biden was like, you know what?
Show
Come
him
on,
the
I'll show
nuclear
you the
codes.
nuclear codes.
Not even because it was like an impromptu, like spur of the moment contest.
Yeah.
It was only one arrow each. It was like. Is that like a putt like
No, see,
like a putt golf contest and just like grab the winner. Like,
The
"Come
real
here, kid.
reason
you want to see some cool shit?
is because he embarrassed Link, and the king loved that so much. He was like, "Oh, dude, you want to see?
maybe he really
Come on,
just
he
hates
hates Link. He hates Link.
He does not like the idea that Link is the only suitor, so he's like grabbing anybody who
Jeez,
has the
all right.
basic
That's
competency.
viable.
Hey Charles, I think you're really cool, man. Let me show you something. Let me show you something I think you're gonna like.
Link,
You're an
who's nearby
honored
listening,
friend.
turns to Impa in outrage. The Triforce, he blurts. Impa grabs his arm. If you act rashly, you might ruin your own cause. Here.
Dude.
She presses a crumpled piece of paper into his hand. Let this guide your actions. Link stares at the one-word message on the paper. It's written in an ancient Hyrulean number letter code.
What the
What does it
fuck?
say? He asks Impa. She shrugs. I don't know. I never could. I never could read that code stuff, but I have a feeling it's good advice.
You suck,
Impa, are you
Impa. You're
fucking
the
kidding me?
worst.
I get Palpatine vibes from Impa. She's guiding
it's
us.
gonna be
Impa
like,
is
I don't
Ganon.
think
like
Impa
basic
is like a
algebra.
magician or whatever the fuck she is. I think she's just a crazy person.
If only I'd spent more time in code class.
Badum-tsh.
Laments.
Idiot.
I hope I can translate this correctly. Here goes. Solve this puzzle to see what advice this piece of paper holds for Link. In the ancient Hyrulean number letter code, each letter of the alphabet has a number that matches it. A equals O, B equals 1, and so forth. But in old Hyrule, the number system was in base 2. That means the numbers in this message are the base 2 numbers that match the Hyrulean alphabet. Below are the translation rules that Link remembers. Fill in the missing letters and decode the message.
Okay.
Oh, there's a nice little picture
Oh,
of
nice.
Zelda.
Ooh, is that a
Leg-
lewd
some
picture of
legs on her.
Zelda? Ooh.
Got
Go-
legs for days.
Go
Leggies.
back up. Go back up. I'm gonna write that down.
Okay.
A0B1. Oh, okay.
Not doing this.
Yeah, good one.
But the number system was in base 2 in old Hyrule.
Not doing this.
So basically, like A equals.
Okay.
How does that work? A equals 0, B equals 2, C equals 4. What does that mean? Base 2? I forget.
I don't
It
know.
mean-
either.
It means everything's ones and zeros.
Are you good, Andy?
Yeah.
The fuck? Okay.
All right, good luck, Andy. This is all you, my man.
Oh, it's binary. Okay. Can we zoom
I like
in?
that little picture of Link.
That's me.
It's the children's
That's me
book
right now.
for children.
Okay, that did not make it better when he zoomed in. Just
I
made it
wasn't really. I really
fuzzier.
didn't get my my Hylian grammar, so I really don't get
What
this.
child could solve this? Bring him to me.
So is that what is that saying? It's saying A equals 0 equals 0. Those equal signs?
I think so,
It's very
yeah.
blurry. Okay.
B
Yeah.
equals
B
1
equals 1 equals 1.
C equals 2 equals
Is that
10.
equal? I thought it was. Is that B minus 1 equals 1?
No, I think
No,
it's
it's
just
equal.
blurred.
Oh, I see. So it's just saying A
Yeah.
equals 0. 0 is the actual
is the
character,
path.
and then equals
Yeah.
0 is the binary version of it.
Yeah.
Or whatever. And then some of them are not
So-
filled
Yeah.
out. I guess you have to figure them out based on the.
Is the next one? Fuck.
I will not.
Is the next one
Alright, scroll down
100?
so we can actually see the thing.
God.
What are our options? Scroll down a little bit farther to see what our options are of choices.
If you think the messages tell Link, or the message tells Link to act forthwith, turn to page 86. If you think the message tells Link to forestall acting,
What are these
page
words? I don't even know what
10.
those words mean.
All right. Well, I'm not a pussy, so I'm gonna say fucking.
either do or
Without even
don't,
looking at it,
basically.
I'm gonna say both. Yeah, basically, do what you're thinking. Don't do what you're thinking. Because
Yeah, but
input said hold back. Chill. Link was about to straight up like smack this dude and say, "Don't look at my girl, bro."
I think this is just so 10010 is
R? No.
JA.
Jabba.
I thought that
yeah.
was just no.
Alright.
The commas separate each letter, right? So 10010 is one term, so it would be something at the end of the alphabet, like after something after Q.
You can see. But I mean, look, you don't. Oh, you're saying because it's not filled in, we're meant to try
You got
to
to figure it out.
yeah,
Basically,
some of them don't have the thing.
yeah. I mean, it looks kind of simple though. I think I'm a couple drinks in right
Yeah.
now, but the Q.
Oh, does it? Does it look simple? Because right now I'm looking at this and I.
I think
think
I
it's-
get
I
it.
think
Is
it's
the
S.
next
My
one?
think it's
stance that
S,
children
Is the
right?
next
You just
one
gotta-
set 100?
Isn't 18? So isn't the first letter S?
Yeah, S. Yeah, exactly. And then the second letter would be.
Second
Oh.
letter would be T,
Yeah, the next letter. Yeah, T. And then A.
and then A.
Stall?
Stolfos?
All right, so it's probably
Fuck.
fucking
Well-
stall forth, whatever the fuck that word was.
Forestall.
It is stall.
Okay. We got maybe it's gonna say stall no more
not.
or something like that.
Yeah.
Stall forthright.
Oh, wait, hang on. So it's stall, then F.
Stall for not. You don't know.
Stall, then F, and then
What?
Dude, Link looks all fucked up right now.
H.
Look at that boy.
Is that H?
Scroll down for a second. I can't see
Is it-
the.
Might be 0.
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
101.
All right, so it's
Yeah.
spelled. It's spelled stall.
Or it might be I might be
No,
O.
it'd be
mean.
I,
That's-
right? Or
Yeah, I think you're right. So F I, and then the next one 1110.
scroll up.
Scroll
Scroll
up
up. Some.
again.
1110.
O.
Yeah. Oh.
I think it's R
Yeah.
because that's
Uh,
10000. That's
It's just
10.
no way this doesn't say stall.
That's not. That is not
No.
R.
Oh, okay.
It's
like-
it's right after O.
What if it says
Or would be
stall?
right after
Just
N, it
kidding.
would
Oh,
be O.
I read this as O. It was that's cute.
Yeah. Then the next one is R. So yeah, I think it is star. Is stall for? I think we messed up a letter there, but for.
I mean, the only choices are stall something and
Yeah, let's scroll down again.
It's
See
definitely
what-
forthwith
Or stall,
forestall.
forthwith.
But there's no width in the message that you guys have been putting together. There is
I
a
think
stall.
it's forestall. We go to 110. That's
Yeah,
my
I guess
vote.
so.
Then we
Yeah,
scroll
well,
on.
yeah, it's
interesting.
Against my better judgment.
110.
Okay.
Let's do it.
What the fuck? There was like a whole thermometer there. This is too much. No child could do this. It's not possible.
The binary was a little much for a child.
It's just like a Mensa test for children.
Yeah.
This is
I would
thing-
have thrown this in the garbage and probably went and go play regular Zelda.
The other ones are pretty simple, like, but although they were also like stupid and hard.
I
because of the way it
was going to say,
printed.
I've only done a very limited number of choose your own adventures as a child, and they were, I don't remember any puzzles. I remember just like, read this, pick this page.
Yeah.
Read this, pick this page.
Occasionally, I'd see like some kind of like letter replacement thing or something like that, like very simple.
Read, this is cool. I'm not shitting on this, but I'm just
Yeah.
saying, as a child, I would have not have solved that last one.
It is
There's no
bizarre that
fucking
this
way.
is in a Nintendo adventure book.
No, that's
And
cool, though.
but this explains the meaning. Forestall means wait, Link says.
Oh.
Though frankly, patience has never been one of your virtues. Though frankly, patience has never been one of your virtues.
Nice.
Impa counsels him. He sighs. So I've been told. I just hope I won't be sorry for keeping quiet. Impa beckons. Follow me, Link. In a hidden corner of the banquet hall, Impa shoves a clock into Link's hand.
Okay.
It's a small gold and ordinary looking. With black numerals and a knob sticking
I
out
have
the
no
top.
idea what this is, but
I don't know what this does. Take this, she says. You might need it. What does it do? Link wants to know. No time to explain, Impa says. Now hurry to the Triforce room and keep your head screwed on straight. Any clue may help us find out what Charles is really up to. Link now has the clock. Turn to page 77. Write that down. Link now has the clock.
Though, yeah. Top tier item, speed strat to get that early.
The king leads Charles and Zelda out of the banquet hall. Link follows discreetly, trying to act natural.
The old golem creature coming behind him.
The king hurries up a spiral staircase, walks along a long corridor, turns through a thick oak door, goes left, then heads down another staircase. Finally, he stops at an ornate brass door. Here we are, he announces. Link stands in the shadows, frowning. The king opens the door. A brilliant beam of light pierces the gloom of the hallway. Come in, the king urges. The Triforce room is stunning. The walls are coated with glittering gems, diamonds, emeralds, and jade, all set in elaborate designs. The floor is pure white marble. A golden chandelier hangs from the ceiling. Wow, Charles gasps. Or, wow! The king turns to the Triforce. The milky white triangle sits under a The milky white triangle, isn't it usually gold?
very milky.
It is gold.
Yeah,
I believe in the
Yeah.
TV show it is white.
White. Okay,
Milky
so
white, yeah,
so
gross
this is
white.
like partially based on
Yeah,
a
this
TV
is
show.
definitely
I
off.
guess
This
that
is
makes
definitely
sense.
off a TV show.
The milky white triangle sits under a glass dome. God. Dazzling rays of light fly off it and dance on the ceiling. The Triforce of Wisdom, the king says. Charles reverently steps forward. There are 3 Triforces, all pieces of the one original Triforce, Zelda explains. The Triforce of Power is in the clutches of the evil wizard Ganon, and they say that the Triforce of Courage is buried deep in Link's heart.
Wait,
If this Triforce were to fall into the wrong hands,
keep him
the
around.
king joins in. He shakes his head. Ruination for Hyrule. My goodness, Charles says. You can be sure I'll fight to the death to protect the Triforce. I take a Morian oath. Wonderful. I hereby dub you a Knight of the Triforce, says the
Dude,
king.
it's just
beaming.
that easy.
Link shudders. Patience is a virtue, but how far does it go?
puzzle
Solve
time.
this puzzle to help Link decide what to do. Jesus Christ. There are false Triforce rooms located in North Castle, as well as the true Triforce room where the Triforce of Wisdom is hidden. The path from the throne room to the true Triforce room passes over exactly 10 diamonds. The king has led his party to one of the rooms on the map below. If one of these 4 rooms is the true Triforce room, Link decides to keep quiet. If all 4 rooms are false Triforce rooms, he decides to say something to the king. So again, this is not a choice. This is just the maze that you're looking at decides whether or not Link speaks up.
Right.
Okay, I guess.
It's not the bottom right.
Okay, I guess I'm just. I guess I'll just.
I don't believe it's the bottom left.
Well, hold on. We need to go from the middle to each room and figure out collectively if all of them are true or if there is a false one. And
I can say leaving from directly left, going to the bottom left, you pass more than 10 diamonds.
It's the top right.
what is the top right?
Top right, leaving from right directly or leaving from up top?
Leaving from right directly.
Okay. You hit less than 10 diamonds?
You have 9.
He's right.
Yeah, I seen that.
Any the other ones do that?
If one of them is, I think it. Oh, if all 4 rooms are
Does
false.
Yeah.
Is it exactly 10 or is it less than 10? Scroll up.
Damn it. Why is this suddenly doing this like that? Okay, what is going on?
Well, either way, going
It's
directly
flipping
up
all over the place.
and trying to hit the top left, you hit more than 10.
Why is it acting like this all of a sudden?
It passes over exactly 10 diamonds.
Exactly 10.
Not less than 10.
Okay, the path from the throne room to the true Triforce room passes over exactly 10 diamonds.
Oh, exactly.
So if there is one that is the true Triforce room that passes over exactly 10, Link decides to keep quiet.
I don't think there is. I haven't tried
All
going
right, so
directly
top
down.
right can't cross that, and then I'll look at bottom right.
Bottom right, going directly down, looks like it'll take 11.
Yeah, that's 11.
Wait, does the top... Wait, let's check the top left again. I think the top left might be exactly...
I think it's from the going up. I think it's 11.
Oh, it might be 9. No, it is 10. The top left? Yeah. You don't count every triangle. You count only the ones that you would encounter on the path, right? So
Yeah,
if
going
you,
straight up.
Yeah, so 1,
2.
then 2, then
You go
3,
around 3.
4, 5,
Then you gotta go
6,
down 6, 7,
7, 8, and then you go down on the left, round
You
9,
hit 10. On
10.
top left.
Oh, you know what? I didn't see the go down after that. I was just going around the curve.
Yeah, that's why I did it first too. But I think the top left one is a
Yeah,
real
that looks real.
Okay.
So
yeah,
we keep
You
quiet.
should say something. Wait, no. Hang on. If one of these 4 rooms is the true Triforce room, Link decides to keep quiet.
Yeah.
So you guys got to forestall
keep
once
quiet.
again. As
Dude,
it goes
Link's
against
I'm
your
tired of
nature.
forestalling. I want some fucking action.
Okay. All right.
Oh, that was a stall foes. Did you see that, Flask?
Yeah, I did. With a great effort, Link manages to hold his tongue. He hurries off to find Impa and tell her the terrible news. The king is trusting that weasel Charles with the safety of the Triforce, he cries. If Charles is really up to no good, this means trouble, the old woman says. There's only one thing to do. You must hold Charles up to the mirror of truth. Then we'll see his true self. The mirror of truth, Link repeats.
It's gonna be Ganon.
What a wonderful, simple idea. Why didn't I think of it? He hugs Impa. You're great. So tell me, where is this mirror? Impa looks a little embarrassed. Yes, well, there's the catch. No one knows. What? Link demands, aghast. Well, things do get lost. Impa sounds a little touchy.
True.
I hear it was last seen in Saria Town. You might start looking there.
Whoa.
Start
looking.
Start looking, Link cries.
He slumps.
He slumps against the wall in despair. I don't have time to search Hyrule for this thing. The longer I'm gone, the more chance Charles has to work mischief here in North Castle. We still don't know if he's evil, Impa reminds Link, waving a bony finger. I say go to Saria and search for the Mirror of Truth. Leave first thing in the morning. And if you run into any friends of mine along the way, trust them. She pulls a golden whistle and a chain out of her apron pocket and hands it to Link. Here, this may help in a tight spot. Link absent-mindedly hangs the whistle around his neck. Gee, Impa, I don't know. The idea of leaving Charles alone with the king and Zelda gives me the creeps. Well, you did leave him alone with
you
Zelda
left him with
on that
Zelda
entire
by
trip to the
yourself
castle and
before
back.
you even knew him at
Totally
all.
like knocked out. And the most defenseless she could possibly be.
Link now has the golden whistle. If you think, here's our first fucking choice in this entire book so far, or second, I guess. Link now has the golden whistle. Write that down. If you think Link should go to Saria, turn to page 111. If you think Link should stay in North Castle, turn to page 105.
What do you guys think?
I mean, the mirror of truth is at Saria.
Yeah, I think we had to go to Saria.
keep an eye on this
do we
Chomo,
need
though.
do we need the mirror to know this guy's a bad
Nah,
dude?
but we might need it to prove to everybody
we need to
that he's a
prove.
bad dude. And the king fucking
Also-
loves Charles, bro.
But like, do we want to leave him alone right now?
Might not have a
Well,
I
choice.
Maybe
think-
wait.
Might not have a choice.
think-
Maybe
you gotta play the
we
long
wait until he
game,
goes
dude.
sleepies or something, and then take off. Try to do it in the
Yeah,
night.
we don't have that as an option, John. We can't just make up things to do.
Well, we do have the
Go to
option
page. Yeah.
We have the option to stay at the castle. You know, man.
Yeah.
I
maybe
think we
for
should
now,
go
maybe for
because then we
later.
can get it while they're sleeping, and we'll be back
I
by
like-
morning, and then we can just mirror of truth, bam, right in the face.
I like that Impa's been like, telling us what to do the whole time. She's been right.
inept.
And
She's been
think
a
about it:
She's been right about some
if we
things.
lose, we could just
Somebody
kill
handed us
Impa.
scribbles. And, hey, what are you talking about? She gave us that arrow and it didn't work.
She
Well,
gave
it was
us that nice
counteracted
clock.
by magic.
Yeah, she says that. That's a real good excuse
That's
that
what she
nobody could ever
says.
disprove. Pretty sick. And then with the second thing, is a piece of paper, and that was just a 50-50 shot. That paper could have said like doo-doo shit from
Buy milk.
Buy milk.
All right, well, what do we do? We're at an impasse.
Lon
here.
Lan Ranch.
I'm
vote?
saying go
I
to
say stay at the
Saria.
castle.
Well, I said
Andy, what do
I
you
said
think?
go to Saria. I'm a man of action. I want to.
Wait, is anyone actually against not going to Saria?
I want to stay at the castle to keep an eye.
Yeah,
Oh, you
they're
did?
both.
Okay.
They both want to stay at the castle.
Andy, what do you think?
Is that what Andy said?
No, he didn't say anything.
I don't know, dude.
haven't-
I've been thinking about it. I'm kind of leaning towards Saria, but at the same time, I'm pissed off that I have to go to Saria. I know this guy's a bad guy. I'm on Castle, North Castle.
Damn.
Well, that's 2v2.
Damn.
You guys got to come to some
No, it's
consensus.
3 versus 1.
I thought we agreed whoever yelled the loudest.
Sorry.
Oh, right.
I say
North Castle,
We're
North
going to
Castle, North Castle,
Saria.
North Castle.
that's a nice way for him.
See, isn't it Vito and Greg saying Saria and John and Andy saying North Castle?
Yeah,
Is
Yeah,
it? Oh, I didn't know you were
Yeah,
on my
yeah.
side, Greg. Oh, hell yeah.
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 I'm not afraid, Vito. I'm gonna learn the truth.
All right.
You
Well, we
think
needed
Persona
some sort of
don't
we need a
wanna learn
system
the
to
truth.
figure out a little.
Think about this. Okay, how about this? What would you do in a Zelda video game? Would you just stay, or would you?
Yeah,
go?
that's what I'm saying. What are you gonna
That's
do if you
not
stay?
fair. I'm
Like,
in a
doesn't
book.
really-
I'm gonna keep an eye. All right, the second we go out of here, all right, fine. Let's go to Saria, and then the second we step out of the castle, and he kills everybody in there, and we come back, and there's no more kingdom to
I
guard.
think-
we can say, "Oopsie doodles."
All right, but hear me
Well,
out.
then you can become
Hear me
a
out.
Ronin.
Oh, we got a mirror. Just wonder if he's evil, even though he killed the entire
Hear
castle.
me out. Hear me out.
Well, then we'll
If
at
we
least know
stay-
he's evil.
If we stay, he's gonna kill everybody anyway. This guy, we had.
What are you talking about? We're gonna stop him. What do you think we are? What do you think we
We had
do?
a-
We're the greatest warrior in Hyrule,
Now
bro.
that our tools, we had a magic arrow that this
A
guy
sword?
stopped. His magic was stronger than our magic.
No, his magic was stronger than some stupid old lady with some trash lady. I'll go to Saria,
That
but
is-
I
I
wash
say
my
we
hands
listen
of
to
that.
the trash lady. We go sorry.
I agree. This part of Link's mind is absolved of whatever happens.
Yeah, I wash my hands.
Come on. All right. Well, no,
If you think
no,
about it
no,
in
no.
that terms,
He
if
just
you think
cut
in that
himself
terms-
off emotionally.
Exactly. The two parts of his brain have shut down. It's only you guys
All right. So
talking. You're to blame
so
for
fuck
this.
it. So why don't we
I am Link's lack of guilt.
give them their fucking book where they go to the North Castle? Split us
We're
up.
gonna
Split us
split?
up and see who wins.
You are not getting points. All right, let's go to Saria then.
We already got a lot of time on this
I
podcast.
know. It'd be pretty funny though. But yeah, you're right. I'm not
One
There
dog.
we
I'm
go.
not moving.
Okay.
All right.
Do not pass go. Directly die. Everyone's dead. That's what's going to stay on the page.
Everybody dies. Charles opens fire inside of the castle.
Link sighs.
Reluctantly.
All right, he says reluctantly. I'll go to Saria. That's how John.
God, it sounds
feels.
like John.
You guys are gonna feel
The next
You're gonna feel so
You didn't even go during
stupid
night.
after
You waited
this.
till next morning, you fucking coward.
The next morning, he saddles his horse,
You guys
Cloud,
really did see the foreshadowing in
rides
the
out.
children's book. You just
Do you think that's a reference? Do you think that's a reference to Final Fantasy VII on the PlayStation?
Yeah.
This horse is named Cloud.
His path leads south through the Midoro Swamp, site of many of his most hair-raising adventures in the past. As they near the swamp and damp ground sucks at Cloud's hoofs,
Sucking at it.
Link begins to wonder if he should take this route. Midoro Swamp is thick with moblin, octoroks, gorias, and other evil creatures. Ordinarily, he wouldn't mind the risk, but now he's on a mission. He says, maybe I should bypass the swamp and go west by Rudo Town. Of course, there's still Maruge Swamp to the south of Rudo, but that's safer than Midoro. What are these names? On the other hand, he adds, frowning, the detour will take more time. I want to finish this mission and get back to North Castle as soon as I can. What should I do? So, see,
right.
part of his brain still is like worried.
Now we're already fucked, guys.
And this is where we get the compromise. We're gonna go the fast route.
I agree. We can't be taking our sweet ass time.
I think that's the only way. I think that I always want to say that we should just do the rest of this based on gut and say fuck the puzzles.
Puzzles good. Some were fun.
I do like the puzzles.
I feel
but-
bad for anybody who's listening that we picked the one audiobook that has visual puzzles.
Link lets Cloud graze while he tries to decide what to do. His eyes wander to a nearby rock outcropping, then widen as they take in an odd mark in the weathered stone. A traveler's advisory, he says. It must have been put there by one of the nomadic wise men of Hyrule.
Yeah.
I know it'll give me good advice, if only I can remember how to read it. How does that old rhyme go? Trace the path single, and head towards the setting sun. Trace the path double, and the south is much more fun.
Oh.
Solve this puzzle to help Link decide which way to go. Can you trace all of the lines of this figure in a single stroke without taking your finger off the page and without going over any part of the line more than once? If you think it can be done, then send Link toward Rudo Town. If you don't think it can be done, send Link toward the Midoro
Okay,
Swamp.
so it can't be done.
First of all, I can do anything.
Yeah. Wait, I was not expecting this image. First off, this is the image. We gotta trace every line in that image. No, the fucking geometric.
Come on,
object.
Vito.
Okay.
This is for kids, dude.
Hey,
I feel like I've 100% definitely have done like something
I've
like
done
this
something like this.
exactly in school.
Yeah.
how could you possibly cross the exit unless you do little triangles?
On you.
Even
You're not
then.
being very strong right now. Hold on. Let's figure this out. All right, I'm doing this in my head right now.
I'm tracing with my finger.
Or, I'm
I
gonna
don't
draw
think
it on
it's
a piece of paper.
possible.
Right?
I say no.
There's a way. There's a math formula to figure this out. Actually, I can't remember what it is.
Oh, here comes the math guy. Everybody.
I feel like this is one of those things the kids would just like, I don't know.
I did it. I did it. I did it.
What-
He didn't
I
do
did it. I did it.
He didn't
I
do
did it.
You know
You
what?
did it with the
I'm
X
gonna,
and
I did it.
I'm gonna stick with Vito.
I did
Vito,
it.
I got your back.
I did it. I did it. I did it. I did it.
Only because I want to see what's
Vito
at
says
Rudo.
he did it. I don't believe him, but I'm willing to trust him. That's the thing. Well, that contradicts itself. Fuck. I don't believe him, but I want to see if he's right. How do you do
So,
it? How
okay,
do you
so-
do
I'm
the thing?
trying to redo it. I wasn't paying attention to how I did it, but I 100% did it. I'm gonna do it again.
Alright,
Hold on.
No.
I think I started on the bottom left. Yeah, you know what? I'll take a picture of it and then I'll send it. I'll post it on the Discord.
By the way, for all our listeners, this is basically a rudimentary picture of a house with an X in it instead of like a door or windows or anything.
I know you can't see exactly from that image, but you could kind of. Oh, I didn't even do that.
Well, actually, here's my question: is that a line at the? Is that a complete box? because that looks like it's kind of like erased out. Is that?
It
like,
looks faded,
you know
but
what I'm saying?
I'm pretty positive that's a line. Yeah.
See, I
think
was
it's supposed
counting
to be
that
a line.
nod as a line. I'm saying, with that, it's a line. I mean, it is there, and it could just be like wrong, but like, it's just not as dark as the other one.
Nah, that's definitely a
It
line.
bothers
Yeah.
me.
So I think you guys are okay. So you're gonna take the Rudo detour then, because you do think it's possible. Yeah. It says, "Can you do it? If you think so, send link toward Rudo Town."
Going down to
69
Rudo
it is.
Town.
Better safe than sorry, Link decides. He spurs Cloud toward Rudo Town. The ride is long but easy. After a few hours, Link spots the gates of Rudo in the distance. He urges Cloud along the road. "Hello there, young fella!" An old man with a long cane suddenly appears in the road in front of them. Cloud rears and stops. "Who are you?" Link demands. "Just a humble townsman," the man says, "and a friend to you." Link wrinkles his brow. "A friend? That was weird. A friend?" The man shuffles forward, waving his cane. "That's right, young fella." He smiles, showing a row of crooked yellow teeth. Then he reaches into his cloak and pulls out a gun. Pulls out something that glimmers like gold. "What's that?" Link asks. The man places it in Link's hand. "A key," he says with a wink. "A key, that's what she is. Listen, take my advice and don't go through Rudo on your way to Saria. Terrible traffic jam in there." Before Link can ask any more questions, the man turns and disappears into the tall grass by the roadside. Link inspects the key, wondering if it's safe to take. "How did that old man know I was going to Saria? I hope he's one of Impa's friends," Link says, tucking the key into his pocket. Keys often come in handy, but if the man is one of Ganon's agents, I could be making a big mistake. Anyway, he concludes, I will take the fellow's advice and avoid Ruto. I can't afford to get stuck in traffic right now. Clucking to his horse, Link rides on. Link now has this key. The key. I don't know why I've read it as this. Link now has the key, and he gets 100 points for avoiding the traffic in Rudo.
yeah.
That's so weird. Why did that happen?
Because we chose
It wasn't even,
to go
like-
to Rudo, I think. If we would have gone the
Right,
other
but
way,
that was a puzzle you guys
I would
solved.
have hit traffic.
That wasn't a choice
Well,
you
no,
guys
'cause the other way we
made. That
weren't
was just a
going to
puzzle
Rudo,
you
though.
solved to take a detour in the first
Yeah, I
place.
know.
That's
And now
this
the
whole
detour
game,
is
like, there's-
blocked by traffic.
I don't think this game has ever had a single choice, right? It's really always just been solve a puzzle.
We did have
Basically,
one choice.
what the answer is.
Yeah, I don't. And what does he
Yeah, but
mean
we-
by?
but I think
even,
what does he
like-
mean by traffic? Like just like a bunch of horses waiting in a line or something? Like what?
Oh yeah, horses in a line, bud.
Wagons.
Okay. Hopefully, we haven't hit an ending yet, which is pretty surprising. It's for such a
because-
short
because-
book.
God, there's 500
because
pages. in this book.
it's not like a real like we haven't hit an ending because we're solving it.
I guess so, yeah. But surely that'd be like choices that could lead to bad ends. That's usually how those little choose your own adventures work.
But there's no choices here.
I think
the
there
game
are.
is
I think it's like
straight
a kid's book. Like they don't want the kid to fail. So it's probably
win.
like
I guess, but even in like the Goosebumps choose your own adventures and stuff like that, there were like
yeah, but that's
a lot of
Goosebumps
you
though.
just
Those are
died or
horror
you're
books.
trapped in the abyss forever.
That's straight horror,
I guess
that's
so.
straight horror.
straight terror.
No. They want you to pee your pants.
Yeah.
Link now rides through beautiful green pastures down wide roads. Soon he sees the arched gate of Saria Town in the distance.
Come on, girl.
Come on, girl, he says to Cloud. We're almost there. Cantering across a meadow and down a grassy lane, past a series of houses, soon Link is standing outside the gate. He knocks. Bang, bang, bang! The sound echoes, but no one answers. Link says. No one home?
Hey, it's me.
He leans his shoulder against the door and tries to push the gate open. However, it won't budge. Well, he says, reaching into his pocket, maybe this'll work. If Link has the key, turn to
We
page
got the
57.
key,
If
we
Link
did
has
it.
the magic potion, turn to page 51. You guys have the
Kinda
key.
wish I had
so
the
We
Oh,
have the
57.
key.
Yeah.
What's up with that potion?
I saw a puzzle at the end of this sequence.
Carefully, Link places the key in the slot in the gate and turns it twice around. Creak! The door swings open. Link blinks. Link blinks. He is in a busy town square. People hustle by without looking at him. Then a hunched old woman waddles toward him. A draped shawl hides her face. Might you be Link? She rasps. Might you be Link? She rasps. That depends, Link says. Might you be a friend of Impa of North Castle? I might.
Terrible OPSEC.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
I don't know. You wouldn't just say
straight,
like the person's name.
Operational security. Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Right. I might, Link, I might, the woman croaks. She looks up. Link has never seen a face so wrinkled, but her eyes are clear as glass. Link can't quite believe them. What strange eyes you have, he says. The woman smiles, revealing one chipped tooth. You're an observant youngster, she says. I'm going to give you some advice, clever lad. She points to a gnarled tree in the middle of the square. See that apple tree? If you get to it, its fruit will make your eyes as clear as mine. Link rides closer to the tree. It's on a small plot of land surrounded by a wide, square moat. Link gazes into the moat. It's full of bubbling green slime, and a nauseating odor rises from it. A sign in front of it says, Wise Apple Farm. Enter at your own risk. What do you think, Cloud? Link says to his horse. Can we make it over there? Is it worth the risk to try? Cloud neighs and paws the ground with her hoof. Looking down, Link sees that she's found 2 long, thick planks. Neither of those is long enough to reach across the moat, he says, and there's no way to join them together. He frowns, thinking hard. I wonder if there's another way to use them to get across. Solve this puzzle to help Link decide what to do next. Study the drawing below to see what Link's choices are. Can you find a way to use the planks to get across the moat?
No.
What?
Can we use those 2 planks to get across? I mean, can we like just put them in a row? I guess.
Well,
not.
he said there's nothing to hold them together,
Okay.
so you can't put them end to end. I
What
guess.
about crossing them? Can they be crossed some sort of way? This one's actually got me scratching my head a little bit.
I'm not exactly sure what they're asking. I mean, it seems like one of them can fit in just one of the sides.
It does seem like that.
I don't know. It seems a little short.
All right, but Link can jump. He's not like a fucking loser.
No, but like, how would you? Oh, I get what you're saying. Well, it's not just gonna
if you
hang
put
on
them
the
both
side.
halfway on. I was gonna say you could put them both like halfway on and then halfway off in the water.
Why not?
They would go
I
all.
think it's still water. It's just gonna float there.
I just did one of those finger things where I like took the width of the finger, the log with the plank with
Like
my finger,
literally one
and turned it
thumb worth.
and put it on the side, and it's like exactly the width of that moat part.
That would make it sink, wouldn't it?
I don't know.
If it-
That's
what if
the thing.
It
It's like a
depends what kind of
drawing.
wood it is. Is it like is it buoyant wood? It's got a lot of holes in it.
Well, planks would probably float, but they would also probably not support the weight of a person, right?
I've seen Link walk on planks.
He's a little kid.
Link's a twink. I think he'd be good.
Yeah.
Links.
I mean, I don't understand if it's like asking anything crazier, but I think just like saying like would the size fit? Like, yeah, it seems like you just put one on one side, one on the other, right? Like,
I feel like
like there's nothing else to it.
just-
Like it's too simple.
that's what I'm
though,
saying. I
right?
think it's like too simple.
I don't care. Let's just do whatever.
Andy has completely checked out of Link's stellar adventure,
I
stunning,
checked out of this puzzle.
beautiful adventure.
I think he can
I
get
checked
across
out of
the
this
moat.
puzzle.
I also.
I
think
am-
he can get
This puzzle is
across,
just
unless I'm like
I'm so
missing a
confused by
statue.
it.
I'm very dubious, but I'll go with John and Greg because they seem confident.
And if not, we fall in and we die. Link hits his head on a rock.
Yeah,
and
whatever. We
fucking
fall into
crashes the
acid.
moat.
Whatever. Big deal.
You can. What's the thing? I mean, yeah, it's acid too, so it's not even the same consistency of water. Probably like thicker, so yeah.
A little more viscous, probably. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, check this out. So, okay, you guys chose you think you can do it. I know how to get across, Link says suddenly. Jumping down from Cloud's back, he quickly arranges the planks in a T shape across the corner of the moat.
Huh.
Cloud beats him to the tree and bites off an entire apple in one gulp. Hey, Link laughs. Not bad. As Link is reaching for his own snack, he sees something shining in a forked branch. He reaches up and pulls down a small mirror with a thin wooden frame. Link grins. So that's what the old lady meant about clear eyes, he says. I think this is the mirror of truth. It may tell me who Charles of Moria really is. He leaps onto his horse. To North Castle, and fast!
We need to get the fuck
Link now
back.
has
Go
the
back to
mirror.
that picture really quick.
The
puzzle.
Okay.
Yeah, because it said what a T shape
Is it
in the
lowercase or uppercase?
corner of the moat.
Oh, like put one of the planks in a across the edge of the moat, and then put the other plank on that plank, and then lean it the other end on the
No,
island.
I'm not understanding.
What?
You
So
draw
like
Can
like
you
one
draw it?
plank.
Draw
is
with
across
your
the-
marker.
Yeah, sure. So
Draw
like
with your hand.
take one
please.
plank and put it like that,
Okay.
and take the other plank and put it like that.
Oh, all right.
Oh,
All
God.
right.
Link is a genius.
Link is.
I never would have thought of that. That's genius.
You guys got the right answer.
He's the champion of
Regardless.
Hyrule.
He obviously has the Triforce of Wisdom. I'm just saying that.
Yeah.
Yep.
We're closing in on this Charles fucker.
You ever think if you rearrange the letters Charles, they spell
Evil.
Ganon?
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
people
Late that night,
what?
Link is back in his room at North Castle. What a day, he thinks, stretching. He stands at the window for a moment, looking out. A quarter moon hangs over the North Castle woods. He's just back? Okay.
Did you pick the right page?
Link yawns, then climbs into...
Okay.
104.
yeah.
Just seemed like a
Well, at least no one's
just
dead.
He went back, and fast. Link yawns, then climbs into bed for a good night's sleep. I guess we'll get Charles tomorrow. Turn to page 42.
Hey, we need sleep. I
Jeez,
mean,
that was like nearer where I was a
you need
moment
those
ago.
neurons firing, strengthening overnight.
Yeah.
thing. He understands it.
Rap, rap, rap. Link lifts his head off his pillow. Early sun streams through the curtains. Who is it? He calls. His door swings open and Impa waddles in. Get up, she says. Big news. What is it? Link asks, sitting up. The king has called a royal council, Impa tells him. Something to do with Ganon. Ganon? Link cries, jumping out of bed. Where is he? Let me at him. Easy now, Link. I didn't say Ganon was here, but I must warn you, Charles is in with the king. If he needs a champion, it's possible he'll pick Charles
Holy
instead of
shit.
you.
One day, one arrow. That's all it took.
If Link has the compass, turn to page 19. If Link
What
doesn't
compass?
have the compass, turn to page 5.
God.
Why? Yeah, no.
Uh-oh.
All right, cool. Oh my God, what was that?
I used to make those in class, those little like tunnel things.
Psycho mazes?
Our latest reports are alarming, the king says gravely. Very alarming indeed. The council is being held in a small stone-walled chamber. Link, Zelda, and Charles sit with Hyrule's best warriors and advisors around a large oak table. The king paces back and forth, stroking his beard. People all over Hyrule have been reporting strange things. You've heard about the Dark Nut our friend Charles defeated in the forest near here, the king says. Link scowls, remembering how he missed out on that fight. It's not the only sighting of Dark Nuts in strange places, the king continues. He pulls out a large map of Hyrule. Word came last night that an entire gang of Dark Nuts were spotted in the Jungle of Favors, and a scout from Rubbery tells me a thunderstorm last week produced a hail of Gorias. Gorias from the sky? Murmurs of disbelief run up and down the council table. The king nods. It seems that Ganon's power is growing stronger. Charles looks concerned. What do you think he wants? He asks. Link rolls his eyes. Can Charles truly be so ignorant he doesn't know what Ganon is after? Or is he just playing dumb? The king places
Right.
both palms on the oak table and looks slowly around the room. I believe Ganon is after our Triforce of Wisdom again. It's in danger here. We must move it. Move it where? Zelda asks, puzzled. To the 5th castle of ancient Hyrule. Here is North Castle, says the king, pointing to a dot near the center of the map.
Pointing to his hand.
And the 5th castle? Charles asks. The king places his finger in the lower right corner of the map. Here. Charles whistles. That's quite a distance. What's in between? Deserts, rivers, swamps, some of the most treacherous terrain in the land. But it must be done. Ganon and his forces will never get our Triforce there. Never! Who will take it there? Zelda asks.
What the fuck?
Link sits straight in his chair, blushing modestly. He's sure it will be him. Why would you be sure of that right now? But the king clears his throat. Well, 2 heroes come to mind. Link and Charles. Even though Impa said it might come to this, Link is very hurt. Clenching his fists, he waits anxiously for the king's decision. Solve this puzzle to see who the king will choose. There's only one correct solution to this maze. Find the way through the maze and learn who the king's champion will be.
All right, that's an easy
why
one.
is Charles like 6 foot and Link's like a little goblin man?
I think so.
3-foot goblin.
Well, Charles will sound a lot cooler than Link.
This is like these puzzles are silly because it's just like find out early, like 1 page early, who the king's champion will be.
What are we?
You guys want to just turn to that page?
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
Cut this out. Okay.
I think it's Charles though.
102.
I
think it's gonna be
a giant
Link.
brain.
It-
And it was a wrinkly brain. I mean, they probably had good thoughts. Good, you know.
Oh fuck.
Charles of Moria will carry the Triforce of Wisdom to its new home, the king announces.
Fuck Link.
A stunned Link bolts to his
cool
feet.
choice book.
Yes, thank you. You've got to be kidding. No, Link, the king says. I know that you're disappointed, but... Disappointed? Link's face is red with anger. This is crazy. You're going to entrust Charles with the Triforce of Wisdom? I mean, come on. Who carries the Triforce of Courage in his heart? Me, that's who. Who knows the fastest, least dangerous way to the ancient 5th castle of Hyrule? Me, again. There is an uncomfortable silence around the table.
Just to be clear,
he's acting real cringe right now.
Does he actually carry the Triforce of Courage in his heart, or is that just something he says? And like,
I was just thinking that.
The Triforce is inside him.
and there's not actually a Triforce of Courage.
Wink is like a recurring theme throughout time. Is like a hero who's like made around the Triforce of Courage, basically.
Okay,
You don't have the Triforce humility. That's for
he's
sure.
not just saying that, and there's not even like a Triforce of Courage.
I think he is. In this case,
think
Vito, I really like. Have they proved it? Have they seen it in him? Or are they just like, oh, legend says?
Isn't I think he's usually just supposed to be like the Avatar of Courage.
Yeah, I think he's a lying piece of shit.
I'll go with John on this one.
That's what I think.
Charles glances at the king, a slight smug leer on his lips. Link strides around the table. Who beat Ganon's forces in the lost desert of Hanman? Who personally defeated 40 Vyres, 20 Wallmasters, 9 Wizrobes, and 50 Landmolas in a single battle? And anyway, Charles can't be trusted. He is evil. The room is in an uproar. The king raises his hand. Silence! Link, you've made some very serious charges against Sir Charles. You'd better have proof to back up your words, young man. If Link has the Mirror of Truth, turn to page 14.
Oh wow, we would look real fucking stupid if we didn't have that now, wouldn't we? I want apologies all around, me and Greg.
Oh, wow.
No.
What do you mean no?
Well, we
You wouldn't have gotten the mirror, Vito. You didn't think it was
possible.
possible to get to that fucking island.
And besides, we settled this. There's no need to give apologies before we know the outcome.
God, you're right, John.
Vito,
Work together.
They're just
We
gonna
needed each
talk
other.
about like a twin or something. So this just stop.
So the twin theory all over again.
I'll give you proof, Link cries. He pulls a small wooden mirror out of his pocket. Murmurs fill the room. Charles narrows his eyes and takes a step back. What's that? Zelda asks. The Mirror of Truth, Link says. Zelda frowns. Are you sure? She says, walking to Link's side. I thought the Mirror of Truth was much bigger. If it's the Mirror of Truth, use it, the king says. But let me warn you, Link. If this mirror doesn't show something important, I'm going to be very angry with you. Link hesitates for a moment, suddenly unsure. What if he's wrong about the mirror? If you think Link should wait to use the mirror, turn to page 9. If you think Link should use the mirror immediately, turn to page 64.
Use the fucking mirror. We
Blast
It's a
him!
real choice here.
Blast him with the
64,
fucking
dude.
mirror.
Blast him. Have you guys
yeah.
wanted this though? And this is like
Nintendo
the mirror
64.
booth or something?
I don't know. Why would they give us this choice if it wasn't like another test of like patience or something? I don't know.
Because you're supposed to be courageous.
Yeah, that's
Vito.
the thing, dude. You don't have any kind of Triforce in your heart, Vito.
This is the Triforce of Courage test.
All right, nobody's got Triforces in their heart.
64.
Go to
I do.
64.
Page 64.
Especially you.
64?
64.
Yo,
Okay.
I think this. Oh, I feel like we should have exercised patience.
First of all, what's he get, Vito? I feel like you're underestimating. We are the champion of. You heard all the things he did. Those things. He took on all those creatures. I don't care if one old man's angry at me.
I have to
you're
take the
gonna be
chance, Link says
executed,
bravely.
Courageously.
He holds the mirror up to Charles. Arg! Cries the Morian knight, trying in vain to shield his eyes. Zelda sees the reflection first. Instead of Charles's face, a horrible, hooded, skull-like
Vito, you're
mask
so
with
sad.
burning white eyes fills the mirror. It's Ganon himself! Zelda cries. In a flash, Charles grabs her and holds a dagger to her throat. Stay back, he cries, or say goodbye to your princess. Yes, your mirror is correct. I am Ganon.
I
Link
said that
reaches
an
for
hour
his
ago.
sword. Link reaches for his sword. No, Link, cries the king. Link wavers. The king makes 3 quick gestures with his right hand, sending Link a signal in the sign language of the Hyrulean Royal Guard. They have
We
fucking
can skip this puzzle. We can
finger
skip it.
cues.
I want to see it.
I've seen speed. The 3 messages were shoot the hostage.
You're right.
They have like a hand signal language. That's amazing for this kingdom.
That looks like a gang sign.
Yeah.
The gesture the
say,
king
dude.
made means
Hyrule,
attack.
baby.
In the sign language of Hyrule's Royal Guard, if the attack signal is given 3 times in a row, the command is to attack.
Okay.
But if one signal is slightly different from the other 2, the message means don't attack.
All right, well,
That's stupid.
First,
This is easy.
no, the first
Study
index finger,
drawing
the first
of the
index
3
finger is pointed
signals.
down more.
Are they all
This is-
identical? If so,
No,
then
no.
Link should attack.
Just imagine, like out on the battlefield, this being the call sign. This is the stupidest
You
fucking
twitch slightly and nobody attacks. You all just get fucking wasted.
Yeah, the finger, the
But if
pointer
anyone is
finger.
ahead of the
you're
others,
right,
Link
is
should
like a
hold his
little.
hand.
Yeah. First index finger is a little bit more crooked than the other 2.
Yeah.
So you guys say
34.
Link should hold
I
off.
mean,
'cause
I think
Hold off.
I think Link should attack, but the king wants us
I
to
think
hold
hold
off. So
off.
whatever.
Well, yeah, Andy's right.
34.
Yeah, I agree. Actually, agree with Andy.
So okay, the book is telling us to hold off. Link
What do you
takes a
think-
step forward, but what?
I was gonna say, what do you think Ganon did to Zelda that she was all good when she came back in the woods?
I put like a spell on her or something, or maybe she's not even Zelda. Maybe she's a bunch of moblins.
God,
Or maybe she just,
Oh
you
my
know,
God, like a bunch
Charles
of
is a
moblins in a
handsome
Zelda costume
disguise.
on their shoulders.
Yeah. Yeah.
Link takes a step forward, but Zelda's pale face makes him stop. All of you, Charles barks. Gather on the other side of the room. Hurry! Do as he says, the king commands. Charles inches towards the Triforce, snatches it from its stand, and then drags Zelda out the door. It slams behind him. In a second, Link is pulling at the door. Charles locked it, he cries. 4 of the strongest Hyrulean warriors hit it again and again with their shoulders. Hurry,
Nameless.
Link cries. Crash! The door falls on the 10th try. Zelda is in a heap on the floor outside. He's going out the castle gate with the Triforce, she says. Hurry!
Fuck, dude. Really fucked that one up. I'm serious.
Link rushes through the door, past 2 startled guards. They're so dazed they don't even try to figure out what's going on. They just stare stupidly. Link! He wheels around. It's Impa. This way, quickly, she cries. Link follows the old woman down a dimly lit hall to her chambers. Listen, Impa says urgently. The worst is true. I just used my rune dice to get a message. A message that gave me yet another clue to Charles's true identity.
yes, we know.
Yeah,
it's
we
Ganon.
know it.
What
Yeah,
the
we know
fuck,
who she
Impa?
is,
Fuck
bitch.
off, lady.
Saw this puzzle.
Ganon.
Read the message
It's
that
always
Impa got
Ganon.
from the
No
rune
way.
dice. Each of
Whoa.
the 5 rune dice has consecutive letters of the alphabet on it. One letter on each of its 6 faces. The picture below shows how the letters are arranged on the 5 dice. The letter on the left-hand face of each dice is the first letter in the sequence. The next picture shows how the dice fell when Impa threw them. She had to throw one die twice because the message has 6 letters in it. Can you figure out what the letters on the bottom face of the thrown dice are?
Yeah,
Once you know those
Ganon.
letters, you'll be able to read
It's
the
Ganon.
message.
Impa,
actually
I gotta
doesn't-
go.
doesn't
I'll
say.
see you later.
Ganon doesn't fit.
Ganon exclamation point because there's 6 bubbles.
He has 2 N's.
Yeah, it's 2
G-A-N-N-O-N.
N's. G-A-N-N, yeah.
Do you guys?
I don't want to do this. I can't think anymore.
I don't think it's Ganon because there's 6 bubbles, but
Two
What's
N's.
2 ends again?
S-T-A-L-O. Oh,
There aren't two N's in
It's not
Ganon.
G-A-N-N-O-N?
Well, I mean, there are two, but there's only one in the middle.
Wait, so she started with 5 dice and then she threw. Oh, because she threw 1 dice
All
twice.
right, well, we got to figure
Yeah,
it
because
out
the message
then.
has 6 letters in it.
So we need to figure out the letter that's facing the floor on the dice.
Yeah, that's on the bottom.
Okay. So just leave it there. Oh god. All right, well, we'll never know the third letter, right?
Right. So it's just same as up top.
It seems to be in alphabetical order though. So the first one is probably the first 6 letters of the alphabet: A, B, C, D, E, F.
Oh yeah, good call.
The second one is G, H, I, J, K, L, N, M, N, O, P, Q, R, and S, T, U, W.
All right, the last letter is D, right? Seems right. Last letter would be D.
The last letter would be D.
Would be E?
D,
Oh, D,
I said.
okay.
I agree.
So if the last letter is D, then what is the 1, 2 left of that? That's using the same dice.
That one's E.
Can we write those down?
Yeah, I'm writing them down as you go.
Okay. The same with the QMN.
Wait,
that's
hold
the
on.
same-
Just to go back what John and Andy just said. Wouldn't that letter be A?
Oh, yeah, you're right, actually.
Whatever the opposite of C is. I don't know if we've established that. Yeah, it is because it's next to B. So yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, so yeah, what about the QMN? That's the same exact way as it fell before, so we can't. I mean, we don't have anything on that, right?
Yeah, I'm trying to figure that out.
That's got to be. Oh, right.
I think it's R.
I guess, yeah, I guess depending. Actually, yeah, no, we could know. Just seeing how the dice are spread out in A, B, C, D, E, you assume that the other ones work the same way.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think it's like O, P, and then Q on the top, and then R on the bottom. So
The
R.
last 3 letters are A, R, D.
Bastard.
Bastard.
All right, what about the first dice? It's upside down. The V's pointing down. Is it D? No.
So that dice is gonna be
W.
STUVWX.
Are we sure? Well, hold on. So I'm thinking it because it's just the same dice as the one up top, just turned upside down. And if on one side we're seeing B, that means the other side has to be T, right? Am I off on that?
Well, it's not exactly the same because the one on top is WST. The other one is
That's what I'm saying. It's flipped
X.
upside
But no,
down.
you're right though.
Oh,
It
yeah.
is T.
Like the opposite of that X would be W, and then yeah, the opposite of the V would be T. That's what I'm
It is
thinking, at
T.
least.
Yeah. No, I agree. I think that's T.
I'm not agreeing for some reason. Wouldn't it be like on that bottom dice, would it be like S, and then the one to the left is T, and then the one behind is U?
Oh wait, actually
and
no.
then it goes around again and it's V, and then it would be W on the bottom and then X on top.
Yeah, actually he's right. It's W.
Oh.
because
Aren't you just flipping the dice over completely, just like you're taking
right.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
you're looking for the face that's on the bottom. So W is on the top one. So if you flip it over entirely,
It's on the bottom.
W.
Oh, you're right. I was it is W,
Yeah.
but for some reason I was just thinking of, I don't know why, I was just thinking of the letter, and we were looking for the letter on the side.
I think I know what the word is, guys.
What is it?
Water?
Wizard.
I think
Oh,
it's wizard. Yeah.
Yeah.
This stupid. Are we done yet? What is this?
Is this a children's
Yeah.
book?
How much
This is a
longer
children's
we
book.
got?
I
Wizard.
think-
All
I
right,
think
Wizard.
marketed
got
to
it. What's
children.
next? Didn't even
It
matter.
didn't even matter.
died in the boat.
It's just, that's the funniest part.
Also, so wizard, but like, aren't they usually like whiz robes in?
Yeah,
in
there was
Zelda
robes,
games?
so that's weird.
Shut up.
Shut up.
I mean, yeah, I can't say anything about that.
It's gonna be what's his name, Agamemnon or something like that.
I think I already figured that out, Impa, Link tells her. I know Charles is Ganon, but thanks anyway. Now I'm off to see if I can catch him before it's too late. Link races to the stables and saddles his horse as quickly as he can. Charles is Ganon, he repeats to himself as he mounts up and takes off into the forest. I knew it. But did anyone listen to me? No. Well, now I guess I've got to take care of things myself. Link leans forward into the saddle and squeezes his horse's sides with his knees. She stretches her legs and runs as fast as she can across grassy pastures, down dirt roads, through small towns. Link follows Charles's tracks to the Medora swamp. I should have known that slime ball would come this way, he thinks. Soon Cloud is slogging along in thick, rancid-smelling black mud up to her knees, but the valiant steed doesn't slow down. Then Link rounds a wide turn. His heart jumps. Uh-oh, he says. He wasn't expecting this. Before him is Charles. Behind the false knight is a line of moblin, wicked-looking spears in their hands, panting hideously. Well, Charles says with a grin. It's the great warrior Link. So you figured out my little game.
Yeah, dude, what are you talking about? You just held the princess up, bro.
Link looks to his left, then to his right. Then behind him. He gulps. He's completely surrounded. If Link has the blue ring, turn to page 35. If Link doesn't have the blue ring, turn to page 60. 60.
Bro, we ain't got shit, bro.
That's 60, right? Yeah.
That's 60.
The moblin wastes no time. Drooling madly, they tighten the circle around Link. He draws his sword bravely. Charles laughs. One sword against an army of moblin, he says. I wish you luck, little man. I can take care of myself, Link snaps. Indeed, Charles says, and we're about to take good care that you're killed. The moblin draw nearer. Cloud takes an uneasy step back. Link glances around, but there is no escape. He must live or die by his sword. Suddenly, his eyes fall on Charles's ornate necklace. The necklace he claimed was a gift from his great aunt. I've always suspected that necklace has some sort of magical power, he says to himself. Maybe I should go after it and try to unleash its power. But then again, he continues frowning. If Ganon's wearing it, it's gotta be evil. If I mess around with black magic, I might just make my life even harder than it is now. If you think Link should fight by sword, turn to page 90. If you think Link should go for the necklace, turn to page 96.
Go for that necklace. It's the necklace of power.
Well, no, the dog was barking at it earlier, dude.
Yeah, we gotta get it off of him. Break it.
96.
You gotta break that shit. That's what.
I think this is the payment for solving the puzzle. We go.
Yeah, he didn't want to give it to anybody. He didn't want anybody to look at it. He was lying about it.
I think the payment for the puzzle was to know not to fuck with the necklace.
I'm also, I guess, go with the necklace. Yeah. That
Sorry,
makes sense
bud.
what Andy's saying.
All right, then it makes sense to me. All right.
Link draws his sword. I'll go for the necklace, he thinks. After all, what do I have to lose? Attack! Charles cries, and the moblin charge forward. Link jumps to his feet on Cloud's back, does a somersault over the swarm of moblin, and lands in front of Charles. With a neat chop, he cuts the necklace in two. Charles gasps, clutching his throat. My
Not what he said
necklace!
was
He
gonna do.
cries. My beautiful necklace! What's the matter? Link asks. I think you look better without it.
Nice.
Suddenly, Charles falls to his knees. The slavering moblin army falls silent and still, watching in horrified fascination. Charles's handsome features begin to melt away, exposing a grinning, bare skull with starving white eye sockets. His muscular arms shrivel until his fine, velvety cloak velvet clothes hang on him like laundry on the line. Ganon! Link strides forward, sword up. That's not what Ganon looks like, dude. The evil wizard raises a clawed hand, and Link suddenly feels as if he's underwater. But Ganon's power isn't strong enough to stop Link from moving forward. Ganon writhes in frustration. "I'll defeat you yet, Link," he shrills. Then with a chilling shriek, he vanishes into thin air. All that's left is a pile of velvet clothing lying in a puddle. When the moblins see their master vanish, they panic, yowling and cursing as they scatter out of the clearing. "And don't come back," Link yells after them. Smiling, he sifts through Charles's clothes with his sword until he sees the telltale glint of the Triforce of Wisdom. "Still in good shape," he says, picking it up and looking it over. Though it could use a wash, it's covered with Ganon grease.
Nice.
Laughing, he mounts his faithful
Gross.
steed and heads back to North Castle. Link gets 500 points for defeating Ganon.
Oh, write that down, Andy.
Turn to page 16.
500.
That brings us up to
you did it.
So
with 800 total points, right?
I don't even want. We'll do the total at the end.
Okay.
We'll just go
has
through
I'm
it.
saying I'm keeping count.
how did Ganon look in the show, Greg? Do
What'd you say?
How did Ganon appear in the cartoon
Oh,
show?
I thought if I remember, he was like he looked like an orc, like a green orc dude.
Yeah, like he usually does, like more pig-like.
Yeah,
Like he
so
usually does, right?
maybe he just looked like a gross, disgusting, shriveled up man in the book. I don't
Skull
know.
face.
Yeah,
Skeletor.
that's weird.
I'm looking it up. He definitely looks like a big man.
Okay. I guess they're going with their own thing. Or not. I can't wait to see what they say back at the palace, Link thinks as he approaches North Castle. But when he gets there, the fortress is completely dark. Bearing the Triforce, he crosses the bridge over the moat. "Hello," he calls out. "Anyone home?" His voice echoes as he walks into the throne room. It's dark and silent. Confused and a little annoyed, he checks the library. Empty. Behind him, he hears a scraping noise. He spins around. He's almost sure it came from the banquet hall. Link strides over and flings the door open, his hand on his sword. "Surprise!" 100 people shout out. "Come in, my boy,"
Oh, man.
the Link
I
says,
thought we
beckoning from the
fucked
middle
up
of the
big
room.
time. I thought we
You
got
thought you were in a
like
horror movie all of a
everybody
sudden.
killed in the fucking castle.
Sent to the dark dimension. Link walks into the wonderful sound of a standing ovation. He places the Triforce on the table before the king. "Link, once again, you've saved our land from evil Ganon. Thank you, thank you." Link meets the king's bright eyes. "It was nothing," he mumbles modestly. "Nothing?" exclaims the king. He laughs heartily. "Ho, ho, ho!" Everyone cheers loudly. Impa pinches Link's cheek. "I'm proud of you," she tells him. "I couldn't have done it without you," Link says sincerely. Finally, Zelda approaches. "Oh, Link," she says. Her cheeks are red with embarrassment. "I can't believe I was such an idiot." Link grins.
Yeah.
"Maybe now you'll better appreciate the talent here at home." Zelda looks confused. "Talent?" she says. "Where?" Then she grins and they both burst out
You
laughing.
fucking bitch.
The king throws an arm around Link's shoulders and cries, "It's time to celebrate."
How dare you?
Link gets 100 points for returning the Triforce safely.
Write that one down, Andy.
Game over.
100 points.
You win.
Oh, thank God.
You guys
Finally,
literally
we're
just
freed from this
completed
hell.
the entire game in
Yeah, a
one.
little easy.
Too easy.
Well, yeah, like
Jeez.
that game sucked. Like most of it was puzzle. Like
Andy the hater. I think this is better than Elden Ring. My quick.
All right, but hold on.
I
To be
don't-
fair, I'm assuming that there's going to be some sort of scoring system. So I want to know how good we did. I know we beat it, but did we get like the perfect? Did we get
Go to the
did we
back
get a
of the book.
perfect score?
Yeah, I'm going to go to the back of the
Yeah.
book.
And Andy's been keeping track. You gave us 100 points for winning at the end.
yes, I did.
Oh wait, there is.
Triforce tally. Circle each
We
object
did it.
as
We got
Zelda
a
or
score.
Link picks it up.
We got 1,000 points.
Wow, who would think?
We are.
Who would think that 4 grown adults could beat this kid's book and get a perfect score?
Warrior. We are. We are. I just want to
I'm
say
a
for the people
reader.
at home, we blast past it, Galliant Greenhorn. We destroyed Apprentice Adventurer. It completely took over a Hyrule hero, and at the top of the very top of the little chart, Wonder Warrior. Guess what? Crushed it.
Wait, but I see you wrote.
Wonder Warrior was only 800 points.
and we got 1,000. Is that real?
Yeah, 1,000.
I see. I counted 800.
Well, you can't count.
Okay, so we're better than.
I don't know if it's true. I wasn't counting. I have
So we're
no
better
idea.
than any
So
stupid kid.
because the thermometer doesn't go above Wonder Warrior, I guess you guys are a Wonder Warrior.
Yeah, we are a Wonder Warrior
Wonder Warrior Plus.
Well,
Yeah.
that was fun. Thanks, Flask, for this fun little adventure. And
Yeah.
hey, you're still with us at the very end
liked
here.
it. I want a Mario one.
Dude, I definitely should do the
I
Mario 2
appreciate
one.
how
man.
devoted our listeners are.
I would, if we do one of these again, I would rather do like a Goosebumps, or
Hmm.
Or like a real, like a choose
Something
your own
that has
adventure.
choices.
actual
well,
brain,
I
choose
do
your own
think
adventure
that the
book.
puzzles don't lend themselves to like an audio format in this one.
If you were a kid reading this book, they'd probably be more fun
yeah.
to do the little activities and puzzles and stuff
Definitely.
like that. But in this audio podcast format, I don't know that all the puzzles played at all.
Yeah,
I think choices would have been much better.
Well, are there any? I doubt they exist.
Oh, like
Are
this.
there any like
Look in the.
super fucking wild adult choose your own adventures? I highly doubt it.
I first of all, I guarantee.
Oh, you
there
think
are.
so?
There are choose your own adventures. There are fighting fantasy ones from like the 80s. There's the
Yeah,
little
I mean,
books.
What
which I
if we do
love.
one of those? One with a little more, made for not little kids.
Made for
children.
big
You
boys.
could try.
Yeah. I would do that again if it was something like that.
I was picking a kids one because I thought it would be like faster and a more just like simple choices. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Less
sure.
to read, faster to get through. But it turned out to be like 3 hours. We did the news, to be fair, but it turned out to be like 2.5 hours, almost.
We did the news and we shot the shoot a little bit before
We
and
did.
after the break. We
did.
did good though. We got the top score, so I mean, no one can ever say we're not defenders of high
and
level.
Of course.
and we got the top score together because there was
Yeah.
times where some of us picked the wrong answer, but together as a group we got the right answer. I think that's what matters.
the group managed to prevail,
'Cause
no matter what the case.
If it was left to like individuals, we would not have got the top score.
Almost like you're always going to prevail in that book. I don't know.
No.
I almost want to look through there and see if there are any fail states.
See what the
you know?
link deaths are, right?
Yeah.
How do you get a 0 in this? Can you imagine getting a 0? What a
I can't.
stupid little
No.
kid. What a fucking stupid little idiot.
Little idiot.
Lunk.
All right, buddy.
Right.
We've had fun. I think it's about the end.
Yeah.
No one's listening to this, but